Allow the judges to accept the budget.
It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay.
She
Off your mind.
like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't the politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. My egun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. My egun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My egun don't come.
Hello there.
Mayegun la wa mo la mo dodododo. Mayegun diary,
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun diary, lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary, gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary, àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary.
Thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are watching from. Please share the broadcast. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them Mayegun today.
Mayegun diary politico. Mayegun diary, Godfatherism. Kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun diary.
Nigeria Supreme Court denies Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's freedom today. And even though they agreed on the violation of his fundamental human rights, they wanted him to go back to the High Court, the Federal High Court, to start it all over again.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé.
And that reminds me, someone once said, the Nigeria Supreme Court is only meant to deliver judgments, not justice.
And yes, right.
Read the caption of the broadcast. Read the description as well. Share the broadcast. Pay your offering, which is like the broadcast. We're going to delve into it in a minute.
And yes, right. And yes, right. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí fa. And yes, right. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin òwò.
And the fire still burning from River State keeps burning.
Báwo ló ṣe?
Burning, burning.
And yes, right. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. And yes, right.
Thank you, Motide, and good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live. Today, the Supreme Court of Nigeria did not deliver any judgment. Rather, they sent back the plea of malamu, which is to help them convict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for treason, treasonable felony. Last night, I did bring a lot of us up to date what has transpired until until today. Now, there is a part that I also think you should be aware of in this issue of a bogus court case. So today, or should I say before now, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned back to Nigeria, the High Court in Nigeria, Federal High Court, ruled at the time that number one, they withdrew his bail at the time, and then they said, well, he has to stand trial. Stand trial for what? Treason. Treason against Nigeria. Where are the evidence? Still nothing. So this moved to appeal court. It was the appeal court that actually gave a ruling. This time, it was to put a stop to the shenanigan we supposed. What did the appeal court do? The appeal court ruled very clearly that the process of renditioning Kanu back to Nigeria was so illegal that it has brought, it has brought a shame to the name of Nigeria in the international community, especially legally. So for everything to be right and done right, Nigeria must return him back to Kenya, free him unconditionally. That was the ruling of the appeal court. Now, that was when Malamu decided to use their power illegally. For all these months, years, they presented no single evidence or witness against Nnamdi Kanu or IPOB in their courts. There's no record of that, other than they were seeking to try him secretly. Secret trial means those who are going to testify, he won't know them, they are going to be behind the scene and all of that. But nevertheless, the appeal court ruled that he must be let go, which means, or which will bring me back to some of you that I spoke to at the time, that let's come to think of something, okay? Nigeria said Nnamdi Kanu committed a crime. To some of you, everything they told you, right, both imaginary and the rest, okay, that they told you, that has made you feel like it deserves to face justice. And where do you face justice? In your law court, Abi? But the Bokwari's government had no intention, okay, of actually prosecuting Nnamdi Kanu for treason because there is no evidence of that. They just want to keep him locked up somewhere. And that is not justice. So if you say you don't like, you probably don't like him. Fine. Great. You don't like him. That's fine. But would you say that automatically means he has no rights as a human being, even in the face of your law? So if you feel like he doesn't have any right in the face of your law, or nobody does, right? Then why did they take him to their court? Have you ever asked yourself that? I mean, the only place they could present all evidence or whatever, anything they have told you against him is in their own court, right? But for 2 years, 2 solid years, they continue to adjourn and run away from their own courts. But when they finally showed up, the court told them they were wrong. Return him back to where you brought him from. So they went to appeal court. They said, okay, they cannot do that. They decided to go to appeal court. To Supreme Court. So they went to Supreme Court with the plea that Supreme Court should rule that Nnamdi Kanu has a case to answer. Even though they can't try him, he must be returned back to the same court where they started from 8 years ago. If you must remember, this old madness started from December 2015. This is December 2023. So it's going to go back there. The last 8 years, Nnamdi Kanu has won 8 different court cases, including over 10 billion naira in compensation. None of this has been obeyed. However, the Supreme Court today, Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer said he has no case to answer, and the Supreme Court should upheld the ruling of the appeal court, which finally actually ruled on the whole shenanigans all this while. So if Malamu has been disgraced, Bokwari has been disgraced, whatever they plotted didn't work out how they plotted it. You know what? The judiciary could save them all of that. But no, they were not done. So they went to the Supreme Court to ask the Supreme Court to prove that Nnamdi Kanu has a case to answer. The same case they've not been able to prove in their court for 8 years. So when they got there, the Supreme Court, playing the hide and seek, also just agreed. First, they agreed with Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers. They agree with Nnamdi Kanu that they violated his rights. They, is renditioning back to Nigeria, which is like kidnapping back to Nigeria, is illegal. It violated the international law. They agreed with Nnamdi Kanu on all of that. They also agreed with Bokwari and Tinubu's government now, because it's now Tinubu's business. They now agree with them too that, of course, he has a case to answer. But it is wrong for the High Court to revoke his bail because there is evidence that they wanted to kill him when he was on bail. And then he had to escape for his life. They agreed with Nnamdi Kanu for that. So now, what they have done is the Supreme Court, it's like they have dodged it. And they have pushed it back to the primary stage, the stage that now leaves Tinubu as the forgiver in chief. How does that work? I will tell you. But let's go into that place and the reactions all over the world to what happened today in Nigeria. The Supreme Court, yeah. So let's start from his lawyers who actually came out disappointed, but not too disappointed as they expressed here.
Who came to court today to show or to demonstrate solidarity.
The Supreme Court is the Supreme Court. What the Supreme Court says represents the law. We respect it. We go by it. There is no other way. We had hoped that it would come our way, but it has gone the other way. It simply means that we have to go back to the High Court and get done with this quickly. We still have hope. We're not in despair.
By the grace of God,
yes, so
victory is assured.
Yes,
at the end of the day.
We will lose a little time. We still have to go back. That's all it means. But I'm very consoled by what the Supreme Court said, that he ought not to have been treated the way he was treated. His bail ought not to have been revoked. His home ought to have been invaded. All that is a consolation to us. So we have hope. Thank you very much.
Well, if in recent times you're listening to the commentaries of most Nigerians, there is now a process of judicial rascality. Because if the Supreme Court condemns all the processes, especially the rendition that brought him back to Nigeria, and you're not asking that he goes back to the court of, Federal High Court for the trial to start, I feel it's a lot of injustice. It's a lot of injustice in all forms of jurisprudence. So all I will say that we just leave it in the hands of God. At the end of the day, how can somebody? It's difficult to make a comment, because when you listen to the judgment when it started, it was clear that they accepted the illegality committed by the federal government of Nigeria in all aspects of it, and yet you went on to this, to remove the judgment of the appeal courts because of lack of jurisdiction, which they learned about the lower court. I don't think that is fairness in any consideration, but they say that they are final because it's the Supreme Court. They are also infallible because it is the final court of the land. So we'll go back to the Federal High Court, and hopefully we'll probably request that a bail is granted at that level. So for me, it's a win-win affair. At least something has seriously started, and I hope that the process at the Federal High Court will be, that will be expedited, so that the young man can come and be useful to the society. But the only unfortunate thing is that the insecurity in Nigeria, and especially in the southeast, will be worsened off, because people don't believe what is happening in this country anymore. So if the Supreme Court of Nigeria is not even looking at the implications of what is going on, Boko Haram is on, bandits are on, IPOD is on. So where is the country that we're all looking forward to? May God bless this country. Thank you very much.
For the camera, sir. For those who don't know, sir.
Sorry?
For those who don't know, your name for the camera, sir. Your name.
I'm Chief Dan Olasi. I'm Chief Dan Olasi, and an Igbo small statesman.
The 3rd December. For us in the opposition lawmakers and opposition political parties who I speak for, this judgment today is very shocking to us, because we missed an opportunity to lay the foundation and path for political resolutions of these issues. And it's so painful that the eminent jurists understood the issues, but in their conclusion decided to arrive at something that is still worrisome to us. And what is that? The Supreme Court agrees today that the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya is illegal. That is the first victory that was recorded today. Then the Supreme Court also said today that the invasion of his house by the security agencies that led to killings and the man running to safety is also illegal. These are the foundations. And then the Supreme Court also goes further to say that the revocation of his bail ought not to have happened, thereby saying that he's supposed to be enjoying the freedom, which is the very foundation of this struggle up to Supreme Court. So now what happened? If the Supreme Court agrees that the extraordinary rendition from Kenya is illegal, and the Supreme Court agreed today that the invasion of his house is illegal, and the Supreme Court agreed today that he ought not to have been declared bail, then why is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu still in DSS custody today? The Supreme Court should have not only freed him, but lampooned those who committed those atrocities.
Yes.
And when they talk about some of these conventions that were cited by lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are not national laws, I disagree. You know the extradition treaty that was signed by malamu, the Attorney General.
Yes.
That treaty, that act, condemned extraordinary rendition. So it's there in the law. Even as elementary law students, we are told systems, method of forming laws, conventions, inclusive as well. So if you have international conventions that have been codified and ratified, they immediately becomes law. Like African Charter on Human Rights and so on and so forth will cite. These are laws. So why are you saying that we did not sign national law? National laws were cited. So for whatever reason, like I said, they are remitting back to the federal High Court. We strongly believe that the first thing to do is to grant bail to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let's go back to the foundation, is to grant him bail. But let me also appeal to the president. I'm not saying he should interfere in judicial matters, but there is need for us to find a middle ground to bring peace to Southeast. Many things has gone wrong in the East. Is it that Nigerians don't feel for the destruction going on in the Southeast? Businesses are being burned to the ground. People are being killed. All sorts of criminal activities is going. Even security agencies are also being killed. And whenever anybody is killed in the East, they call it unknown gunmen. Don't we want, timely resolution of these issues? And we said that the first foundation is to grant Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditional bail, and then we'll commence that process of reconciliation and harmonization of these issues. People in the East are human beings. Everybody was expecting that this Christmas was going to be the first beginning of returning peace to the Southeast, because people were expecting, people were warming up for it. And then a few days to Christmas, the Supreme Court agrees that his arrest was illegal, that the rendition was illegal, that the invasion of his house was illegal, but he should remain in DSS custody.
Did you get that? Now, this is where the, what do you call it? The back door, like some people said, the Supreme Court of Nigeria is just there to give judgment, not to give justice. Okay? So you agreed, like they said in that video you just listened to, but he should remain in the custody. But to some people who are kind of feels like they want to make sure that his bail is not really unconditional. You get that? So that they can still have something on him. But for those who genuinely have seen through all the political conspiracy around this, there are those who intentionally don't want peace in Eastern Nigeria. For God knows why. Right? And it is like that to the high up, where the judiciary, the Supreme Court that's supposed to actually like be the embodiment of your, well, I'll be damned. So they agreed that it should remain in their custody so that they can begin to work out, like they did with Bokwari, work out some of their dubious conditional release. Okay? That will eventually pave way for them to want to target him again. However, here is another, is also his lawyer, Ejimakor.
Came to court today to show or to demonstrate solidarity with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the distinguished senator representing his senatorial constituency. But you see, the ruling today was in part disappointing and in part satisfactory. A lot of people might say it's a bit ambiguous, so I'm going to speak very briefly so that I do not preempt what is going to come out of the registry of the court. We are going to promptly apply for certified true copies of what the justice stated in court today. But some things that he made clear were as follows: that number one, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was enjoying his bail when his house was invaded, and that was wrong. If you recall, we had obtained a judgment in 2022 at the High Court in Abia State, awarding him 1 billion. So this indirectly affirms that judgment. And that the manner of bringing him into Nigeria was also wrong. But despite all of that, the Supreme Court found cause to send this case back to the Federal High Court. And sending it back to the Federal High Court is actually called remission. And when they remit with instructions. We don't know yet what those instructions are because we don't have certified true copies of the judgment and the judgment order. So in days to come, that will be available and it will be made available to the press.
Okay, please, when the judge said appeal and cross appeal, What does it mean?
Well, the government appealed against the discharge granted by the Court of Appeal, and we cross-appealed, okay, against the stay of execution granted by the Court of Appeal. So these were the issues. But what came out was that the revocation of his bail was wrong. So this, in fact, has created a basis to further seek his release, through some other means.
So the judge is saying that the trial should continue. What does it mean for your team now?
Well, basically, it's going to continue, or it's going to proceed in accordance with the instructions the Supreme Court has issued. And those instructions will be clearer when we get them in writing. So the judge, or the Federal High Court judge, will have to be restricted within those. It's called a remission. So they have to carry out, the Federal High Court has to carry out the strict instructions of the Supreme Court.
Okay.
So we have no idea when their High Court is going to pick a date to listen to what they call the retrial. And as Ejimakor said, they are waiting for the ruling, the copy of the ruling from the Supreme Court, which will come with instructions, including, as they admitted, invasion of his house was wrong, his rendition wrong, his revocation of his bail wrong. So does that mean the High Court's action should be release him? Until then, there are Biafrans that will never give up until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is unconditionally released. Now, I will start with those who met in London today. Prince Judgements invited some of you to London last night. Downing Street said, right? Of course they met, and they continue to ask the rest of the world, if Nigeria wants peace, free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He's done nothing wrong. Whatever you have been told, 8 solid years, they couldn't present anything. They continue to make mistakes upon mistakes, right? They were killing people, right? So they made him the undefeatable giant that he has become today. They made him that, and they couldn't prove anything for 8 solid years. So let him go unconditionally. And indeed, if there is going to be any peace in Nigeria of today, I think the journey should start from that. It is called show of faith. You get that? When they accuse you of systemic ethnic profiling, and in all the actions, it is every day proven that indeed there are rules or there are laws for some, and there are some laws for others. The Igbos are profiled in Nigeria, treated differently, and it has created more division than ever in Nigeria. It could be a sign of little faith. And so, okay, maybe now we can begin to talk about the complaint of the IPOB. Because you have to. All of us from every part of Nigeria should actually be like them, if we actually know what we're doing. But eating on them and doing all of that, trust me, doesn't seem like it's going to deter them anyway. And like I told you, no matter what they told you about them, right? About IPOB or IPOB, this IPOB, that, including those Lagos Abobaku, so those, all risers, crumb beaters, and the rest of them. No matter what you say, these are responsible men and women who were once Nigerians, and they were done with Nigeria for a very good reason. So in London, Prince Judgements here.
No one can say that a victim of kidnapping shall be tried. We are here today, and you have heard us. We will continue to be here. But like we promised you before, if you do not want it this way, we will take it through another way. And that way will not be in the best interest of Britain, nor Biafrans. But however, we will rather die trying, because we have come to restore our people's dignity. And it is either Biafra or Biafra. It's either Biafra or Biafra. It is either Biafra or Biafra. It is either Biafra.
All hail Biafra, all hail Biafra. Today is 15th of December 2023. We are out here, IPOB United Kingdom, on behalf of our leader, the greatest leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Our own stand is that Nigeria should obey court order. We are going, we are coming, is obey court order. Supreme Court judges, obey court order. Obey court order. Don't divert the story. Don't divert the narrative. Don't divert the attention. Obey court order. You took our leader to the court. Now the court of UN said you must leave him, you must free him. Now the court of Nigeria said you must free Nnamdi Kanu. What else are you waiting for? Obey court order. Obey court order, Fubara. Obey court order, Jagabandi. Obey court order. That is our stand. Anyhow, anyway, obey court order. This is IPOB. Standing with the Nnamdi Kanu to the last man standing. All hail Biafra.
Prince Judgeman, the energy, the hope is unmatched. There are others too. I mean, this was when they stood and they gave speeches like this one.
By the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu,
Good point.
we know you love oil and gas. If you want to drink it, you can drink as much as you want. But we need Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out.
That's right.
Britain, if you actually believe in human rights, this is the time to prove it.
Prove it.
Prove that you care about human rights.
Prove it.
Prove that you care about United Nations.
That's right.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been discharged and acquitted because he has committed no crime.
Yes, sir.
And we are calling on Britain. We are calling on David Cameron today to have an audience with Nigerian government to release its citizens. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have not committed any crime. He is only asking for a referendum. The same referendum David Cameron gave to Scotland. The same referendum David Cameron gave for Brexit. No one was killed. No one was imprisoned.
Yes, no one.
Why do you allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be in detention? We are calling all of you today, the MPs, 630 MPs representing each constituency in the United Kingdom, that it is time to show that you actually stand for human rights. Whatever you think about Biafrans, whatever you think about indigenous people of Biafra is irrelevant. What matters now is humanity. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released unconditionally. That is why we are here today as a member of indigenous people of Biafra, representing over 70 million Biafrans worldwide, to ask you to make a demand by the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Like I said, there were speeches. Like the one you watched, here is another one.
To register our resolve, we are determined. Our minds are made up. Our fathers, they have made a mistake to keep quiet for too long. But this generation, IPOB will never stop. However, we must get what we want. We must get what we deserve. We are honorable men and and women. Our cause is justified. Yes. Everyone, though the big difference between many and IPOB is that we dare to speak out. Yes. And nobody can push us down.
No, that's right. Not in this world.
What we are doing actually, those from Middle Belt, those from the West, those in the North, actually, they are sharing the same. But they dare not, they don't have what it takes to speak out.
Never.
So we are here to speak for the living.
That's right.
We are here to encourage whoever loves peace, because peace has no boundary.
That's right.
What Nigeria, what the zoo is witnessing today is just, they're just being pretentious. They know they are falling apart.
That's right.
Nobody is proud to be a cold Nigerian. Even those in this building. Nobody is ready to die for Nigeria. Nobody loves Nigeria. But because it's a criminal enterprise. What they have is a criminal enterprise. And Biafra don't want to be part of it. What we are doing and what we are saying is before God and man justified. And we are proud of ourselves. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the man of peace,
that is
the man of justice.
That's one of the zoological republic
the grass is to disgrace you.
Operator there.
The zoo,
I don't know what administrator. Can see him.
Kanu is untouchable.
And I was in London today. But let's go back to Nigeria. Let's go back. I mean, you didn't see anybody harassing them, oh, did you? Of course, you can't see anybody harassing them. And they are also not harassing anybody. That is what democratic process entails. You express yourself, you express your displeasure, you say your, you know what have you. Then, if you put the number, then you get what you want. But in Nigeria, they are called terrorists because they don't want all of their crimes really exposed. But this is 2023. It's only whatever you don't want to see that you won't see. The world knows the ongoing genocide across Nigeria, especially in the eastern part of Nigeria. So underreported that it pains deeper. That a lot of people believe that the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will bring to an end. You see all these politically sponsored unknown criminals, they call unknown gunmen. I mean, all of us will begin to know those behind that. Seriously. So they want him to remain there by stamping their own law on the head. They nearly killed Showore there today. It was there to show solidarity. And they shot at him. The DSS.
No access for Showore, I mean.
Why would you say no access for Showore? Which order? Who gave you the order? Who gave you the order?
Don't.
Who gave you the order that I should not have access to the...
Don't camera us there.
What? Who gave you the order? I want to call somebody. No.
Don't camera us there. I will break you.
Organize yourself.
Why are you cameraing?
Organize yourself.
Now you supposed to behave yourself.
Organize yourself.
Turn this bottle.
Organize yourself.
Oh yeah? Move.
Organize yourself. Why would you want to take my phone? What do you want to take my phone for?
Come back, do your work.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just returning from the Supreme Court of Nigeria, where there was supposed to be a ruling today regarding the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu, that's the leader of Biafra, who has been in detention, illegal detention in Nigeria after he was extraordinarily renditioned from Kenya almost 2.5 years ago. And it's so shameful that the Nigerian security services mounted checkpoints at the entrance of the Supreme Court. Twice I tried to enter the Supreme Court through different gates. They refused
Calm down.
Revise back. This is the judges who are being revise back.
Who is the judges? The judges not.
Who is the judges?
Who is the judges?
We are saying who is the judges?
Yes.
Who is the judges?
Is it a human being?
Revise back.
Just relax.
Just revise back. He said who is the judges? Revise back.
They made it clear that there's an order from above as usual that said I cannot attend to this ruling. We are waiting, and I just worry that he may not get justice today because it's a very early day or early morning sign that they might have something up their sleeves. But I hope I'm wrong for the first time today. But regardless of what they do, Kanu must be free. He must be granted his freedom because he's not a criminal. And we know who the criminals are in this country. They're the ones running the country, sadly. So that's a report from the Supreme Court.
Thank you. Sure. Unfortunately, they proved him right. Justice was denied. But some are saying it is justice delayed. About Supreme Court, we are talking about Supreme Court. You are like, justice delayed. But it is justice, justice denied. You know? But we'll see what is in that that judgment of the Supreme Court in the coming days. And I still feel positive that these people will do their abracadabra, cover up their shame, and release Nnamdi Kanu before Christmas. Remember, they have reached the dead end on Nnamdi Kanu. This wasn't how they plotted it or planned it. It didn't work out the way they wanted it to work out. Or maybe it actually worked out the way they wanted it to work out. They just wanted to keep Nnamdi Kanu as a trophy. Keep Oloye Sunday Igboho as a trophy. But at the end of the day, it became pointless. Lives were lost. And you know. But again, we implore them. Let this innocent man go and save your money that you are spending on propaganda and the rest. Because one of these days, hey, when this will boomerang, even those who are hailing you, your bigoted defenders and supporters, Nigerians, they will deny you. Again, you know, sometimes people feel like they were disappointed that when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got renditioned back to Nigeria, that there was no rioting, there was no burning, destruction of this or that in eastern part of Nigeria. What does that tell you? It tells you that everything they told you about the IPOB was a lie. You were expecting them to begin to like show some, Abi, but that wasn't them. Everything they have always stood up for is to keep the liberty, prosperity, and the safety of an average Igbo man and woman intact. It's not hard to tell. They are volunteering to be neighborhood watch. They are volunteering to defend the vulnerable ones in the far communities that are almost cut off the normal space of Nigerian security, well, if there is any anyway. So they are offering to build communities. They are offering to actually like make something out of a place that some people turn to their own, you know, plate of porridge, you know. But nevertheless, this whole thing that is building and building, as you can see, for 6 straight years, despite all of the harassment, the killings, the disappearances of young Igbo men and women, there was never a time that any part of Igbo land, okay, had this kind of insecurity that you are witnessing today, sponsored by the likes of Oples Uzodingba. But if Nnamdi Kanu was here, they probably would dread him enough because he would tell everybody, he would name names of those behind any form of criminality in eastern part of Nigeria. He will mention names. And people know him for that, don't they? Let's go to Rivers State. Again, Asari Dokubo that raised alarm and his disgust and disappointment for Tinubu's government. He said, I've said Tinubu's government is the worst government in the history of Nigeria. Just 7 months ago. However, all this because of Wike versus Fubara. Ladies and gentlemen, remember that I did tell you that Wike nominated or appointed more than 80% of all of the political appointments made by Fubara when he became governor, when he was sworn in as governor. More than 80% of his appointees, SA, commissioners, PA, all those titles they give themselves anyway. 80% of them, more than that too. Also, the rumor had it that Fubara might be the governor, but he is actually serving, he's just there, or should we say, is meant to be there as a figurehead because that's a Fubara term is Wike's third term. They said Fubara as governor, who is in charge of the second richest state in Nigeria, is not allowed to sign a check that is more than 100 million naira, even if he's seeing all the billions without the approval of Wike. He couldn't dare. Some said it's even 20 million. I said, could it be that worse? I said, no. They said it got so worse. Part of the problems behind the scene. So they said when Fubara expects, for example, when they expect you, commissioner for commissioner for this, you have to do this or do that. So the form is, the old document, how do they put that? The proposal is on your desk. I need you to sign it. So they said the commissioners will be asking Fubara that, is Oga aware? I don't want to sign anything that Oga is not aware of. Imagine telling your supposed Oga, the governor, that you're asking me to do something, or is Oga aware? Oga is Wike. So those are the people who kept telling Wike that this Fubara, this guy, all that stuff. So those are the structure. Now, they said since this whole thing started now, House of Assembly demolished, moved down to the state state government's house. The faction loyal to Wike, they themselves have found a place to sit in the, the shut down House of Assembly complex. So they said Fubara now called all of them that una know una self. I don't want to sack you. If you like yourself, resign by Friday before 7 p.m. on Friday. Anybody will no resign by Friday that is still loyal to Wike. If you know you want to be loyal to Wike, even though the appointment you are enjoying in my government is from him, now you have a chance now to resign and go and join him. But if you want to stay, that means you are here. It's kind of sharp. 16 commissioners are going to go. More than 30 personal advisors are going to go. And similarly, more than 100 seniors, this or that, all of them are going. So you might be seeing the floodgates of resignation. Those are the ones who are like, you know what? We believe that Fubara will be gone very soon. So it is better to remain loyal to Wike. This is why Asari Dokudump came out and said, the job people are mad and angry with Tinubu for not reining in Wike in Abuja. That Wike is trying to take the slots and the shot of the jaws as governor of Rivers State away from them because of his greed. Well, I think you all laugh then, right? Like, it never starts. His own sister has come out again to say, listen, guys, Wike is evil. He killed the DPO of a local government in Rivers State. That Asari Dokudom's sister is a rep member. In fact, don't let me delay it. Mo will listen to her first. Then we'll go talk. Then we'll go deeper in this Rivers State saga. Let's start with this.
I want to send it.
Her name is Boma. Boma Goodhead. That's her name. Goodhead. Boma. Honorable Goodhead.
I want to send a clear message to the federal government of Nigeria. Yes. Contrary to the belief of the President Bola and Tinubu, that Wike delivered Rivers State to him. Yes. Even the Wike failed in his unit.
Yes, you know.
He failed in his work. Yes. And he failed in his LGA.
Yes.
And we're also here to tell Ahmed Bola Tinubu that he should call Wike to order. Because the next time he comes into Rivers State to disturb the peaceful people of Rivers State, we are not going to sit down and fold our hands. Please, the President of Nigeria, if you can and the DSS and the police to arrest the former governor of Rivers State, the now Minister of FCT, for defrauding the people of Ogodila. Please, we want you to call Melekiari, the GMT, Wike, and also Sahara. These are the people that released a whooping sum of $300 million for the settlement of the development of Ogoni people. But only one individual, Yeso is the one Wike, took the money and ran away. This is also a man that brought the director of Federal Land Revenue and was cutting away 9 billion out of the 15 billion generated revenue of Rivers State people every month. Please tell him to return these funds back. This is one individual that has kept the state as if it's his private enterprise. And at the end of the day, he goes about bragging that the federal government is in his pocket, the judiciary is in his pocket, the presidency is in his pocket, the chief of staff is in his pocket, the security agencies are in his pocket. But let us tell him that Rivers State cannot be in his pocket. He said he procures every appointment with money. He can procure the appointment there with the money of Rivers State, no problem. But let me also tell President Bola Tinubu and the people of Nigeria that this man just says a 1 weekend lies in advance. He's a serial liar, he's a demonic liar, he's a pathological liar, he's someone that is not consistent with anything, only lies. So please, we are tired of holding our hands. The next time any of these security operatives, especially London, I promise, they come into Rivers State again to start misbehaving. Anyone shot from them, we answer them 10 with our own.
That's what we thought.
We defend ourselves and we defend our resources. Yes. Nobody should think that we are cowards. If Yeshua is a 1 weekend, and those is Tangbolo and Ofunguru and manage them and Oshisha them, think they are testicles, they should come to River State again. And we show them what it means to hold River State.
That's all.
Mr. President, you have won your Supreme Court case. Tell this retard of a man, call yesterday 1 weekend, that enough of this shenanigan. We are not going to take this anymore. No more will it be said of River State again. That one individual can come up to control River State anymore. We are for Rivers, and Rivers is for us.
That's our stand.
Rivers is for Rivers. So yesterday is a 1 weekend. I'm calling you out that if you're a man with just your Tangbolo of Fubara Shisha them and the men them come out to River State.
We dare you.
I dare you. I'm telling you, come out if you're a man. And also, we also want to tell those people that think that the overrating yesterday is a 1 weekend. Wike is nobody without the people of River State.
Yes,
we gave him the glory and we have taken it back.
Yes.
River State is not ashamed to yesterday is a 1 weekend.
Yes,
yesterday is a 1 weekend. Mr. President, call him and Parinada Ipigi with Jumene, Teko and Samuel, one of CK. They are responsible for the murder of DPO backup. I can attest to that fact. I'm not scared to attest to the fact. Let them call it. I will be there. And I will say more when we are before the DSS. Yes, there is a 1 weekend. You send people to tell me that I should wash my back. You wash your front because I will come for you. I will take the war to a city. I will bring you down. You cannot bring the people of River State down. We will bring you down.
Yes, ma'am.
We will bring the war to a city. If a city people cannot do anything to stop yes, there is a 1 weekend. Come and bring us out. We'll come there and bring him down. We are waiting. If you know you're a man, come out.
Yes.
And also want to thank the governor of River State for not sacking the commissioners that Wike imposed on him. That on their own, after passing the wonderful budget for the people of River State, their conscience told them to resign. We applaud them for a job well done.
Yes.
So thank you, the people of River State. Tomorrow we also occupy River State. So River is for River. Asawana! River State here! River State here!
What shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say,
Thank you, Lord.
what
shall I say? Thank you,
Ó ti dojú ẹ̀ sẹ́yìn.
Ó ti dojú ẹ̀ sẹ́yìn. Ó ti dojú ẹ̀ sẹ́yìn. Ó ti dojú ẹ̀ sẹ́yìn.
Dem born you well with a Wike enter River State. Now woman they tell am. At least you heard that. But from the main point of all she said, she pointed out with a Wike's crime. He rigged the elections. They said Wike was even defeated in his own ward. He was defeated in his own local government. But he kept bragging that he has a Tinubu in his pocket. He has a presidency in his pocket. See, person will get presidency for pockets. Wike. he has the presidency in his pocket. He has the security in his pocket. He has the judiciary in his pockets. He also has Bajabia Mole in his pockets. Look,
Yes, sir. In the Chief of Staff's office. Well done. Very nice. I'm glad to see this.
That is the Ikwere little Adolf Hitler. Ikwere little emperor. And from that same Ikwere, they can't deny Wike. Let's go deeper. Because according to them, sharing the crazy, his own people were asking. Listen to this.
Our brother minister of FCT, that he should allow peace reign in Rivers State, and that Rivers people, especially the Obiakpo people, were not in support of what he's doing, and that he had disappointed people of Obiakpo local government, and we are not ready to follow him. We are going to support the governor of Rivers State because the governor has not committed any crime. We have been asking what is the offense of Fubara, and up till now nobody has told us. Like the former assembly members who are also from our own local governments, the likes of Matis Amehule and Emilia. Anymore from now, we'll start a court process against them because who are the electorates? We didn't tell them to venture into impeachment.
We are not greedy. We are not wicked. We are law-abiding people. And we resolved over time, even before now, followed in the campaigns to elect Sasimilaye Fubara. And he's going to rule completely. Nobody will stop him. Not even those paid individuals. But thank God that they are now former House of Assembly members. The ones of Obiakpo are now former. And the party at the national level have directed that the needful should be done, that they should conduct another election so that we fill in new persons that will take over their position.
The Obiakpo people have taken a position on the festering crisis in Rivers State.
We, the people of Obiakpo, have resolved to support our governor, Sasimilaye Fubara, and we are against every Obiakpo son who will participate in any way to be against the governor. And for the 25 lawmakers that have been sacked, well, I believe wherever they are now, they are licking their wounds because they did not consult properly to know that once you move from another party to another party, you must lose your seat.
I want to call on Mr. President to call Wike to order that he is using his office as minister to cause crisis in our states, and we are going to resist him. And we have resolved, I said that we are going to support our governor. Obiakpo people are solidly behind him. We are going to the wards and the community. We have taken a resolution.
Not Ikwere is Obiakpo, Adolf Hitler, Wike. So that one is like the update on, because as it is, Wike is accused of killing a DPO of a local government. Wike is accused of running away with over $300 million of Ogoni people's money. Wike rigged the election, and he's saying he has the judiciary in his pockets. Now they have told him if they're born in Papawell, he should come back to Rivers State. No wonder this guy said, we won't make noise. See the guy himself, Fubara.
You know, we accountants, we are not lawyers who talk, full inside house. They don't go fit do one thing. I hear it. Our own is small talk and quick to action. Action!
So as it stands, there are already ongoing process, okay, to recall back the 27 House of Assembly members that decamped to APC. Meanwhile, in Abuja, Gandola, as well as Wike and their team, they are already working on the permutation on how to get Fubara impeached by the 27 House of Assembly members and ensure that the federal authority in Nigeria, they enforce that. So what that simply means is, hey, somehow, if it doesn't start before the end of this year, the burning of Rivers State by these criminals is going to escalate from January, except if they probably tell themselves to cease fire right now. Because this is the point. For Fubara himself, fighting his godfather, he has made move to make sure that those 27 House of Assembly members' seats have been declared vacant. They have started their moves to ensure that the INEC declared them vacant. But you know INEC is APC. That's not going to happen, Abi. So which means the Rivers State House of Assembly may actually be in quagmire. In fact, Rivers State generally may be in quagmire for months. And public properties, they will bomb, and they will burn. As many as possible, Abi, until, I don't know if common sense will prevail, but the way they are all going right now, I can promise you this. There is no end in sight. And it's not looking like it's going to end well, too. Somebody said, what do they think investors will be thinking when they feel like they want to invest in Rivers State and they can see all of this? Similarly to other places, too, with their own problems, Abi. Now you know the Judgements prepared for you for 2024 is real. I heard that Akpabiole collapsed somewhere. I mean, he collapsed during his birthday, gala. They had the whole stadium hired for him in Uyo, Akwa Ibom. Then they had another one, colloquium, organized for him in Abuja. It was to celebrate his life at the age of 61. Then they said he collapsed. But that must be after Kolu's speech. I know this might look boring, right? But I promise you, the moment you begin to feel boring, I will remove it. Kolu was there. That was yesterday.
And our sister, the spouse of the Senate President, thank you very much for the love and care you've given our brother. So the Speaker, House of Representatives, Dr. Abbas, well, you've displayed so much commitment to teamship and the relationship between you, God's will, and all of us is exceptional. You see, it is what is expected for a successful team. Thank you for
nuisance, Lele.
I don't want to bore you with him, okay? He had there some few nonsense he said there, but it's going to be like, you're going to be like 2-3 minutes into it before you get that. But so, it's of no point. Meanwhile, I don't know if you have noticed though, okay? It's been like over a week now that Nigeria military claimed that they mistakenly bombed 156 Nigerians to death in Tudumbiri, in Kaduna. And since then, starting with the northern politicians who turned it into their mecca of sort, and they started demanding for justice. Justice. I mean, you probably watching me right now agrees that the people killed by that airstrike deserves justice. But the question here is this. Have you ever asked yourself, what kind of, or should I ask you, what kind of justice do you think would be appropriate for those victims? I mean, if we are not looking back let's just stay on this, okay? Like every one of them want to make it so now, okay? This is, or that was the 16th mistaken, strike, they call it, right? I have told you what I believe will be justice. Something that will give them the closure for real is when the people responsible for this are held responsible for their crimes and they are charged for murder, okay? And they are tried for first degree murder, not even manslaughter, not second degree, first degree murder. Then when that happens and the families, the survivors of this, coordinated killing, when the survivors sees those responsible for their, their ordeal, go down for it. That is justice. But that is not what these guys are looking for. I mean, we all saw how they went cold or non-existence in 8 years of Boko Haram, where life became almost nothing. I mean, 62,000 Nigerians were recorded to have been officially killed violently by terrorists, including the military. 62,000. That's a lot. That is a lot. Human beings, children, women from all over Nigeria. 62,000. There was never a time that these guys felt like those people deserved justice. Rally round, raise money, gather together, give press conferences, and all of that. Because they are not interested in any justice, brethren. They are not. So I started calculating how much money they have already gathered together in this new pilgrimage to Kaduna. And I counted over 520 million naira. Either pledged or donated, whatever you like to call it, in the last 1 week. And every one of them that came with a check says, we must get justice for them. Who are you talking to? Who should kind of ensure justice? Who are you directing that to? I mean, are you saying that all of you have no idea what and who gave the order right now, and then you couldn't put together their names and all of that and say, okay, we want these people punished? Of course, they are not looking for that. You know, more people have even been killed after that Kaduna, more kidnapped. Now, Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria, is now the playground for kidnappers. It's almost like a pastime now. However, the media came today and they said that the 19 northern state governor, God damn it, do you have 19 northern states? Do you see something here? The people of Middle Belt, they know that whenever the jihadists are looking for people to kill in order to prove the supremacy of their religion, they go to the Middle Belt or go to the Christian communities and kill them. And when this happens, there is never a call by the Northern Sharia governors and the Middle Beltern governors. There's never a call for condemnation and all of that. Call for justice and all of that. So they started. Under Boko Haram, they realized that they have been using them just for political advantage against the South by claiming 19 northern states. There is no 19 northern states. There's no 19 northern states. When you look at this, I think I still do have the map here, by the way. Look at this. Or this. There is no 19 northern states. What you have is the Sharia North And when you begin to count them, right, you have a one, Sokoto, Zamfara, Katsina, Jigawa, Kano. Kano is like a partly, by the way. Then you see Yobe, you see Borno, you see this Kebbi. Kaduna is not even northern Nigeria. But they can tell you it's partly northern Nigeria and it's partly central this or that. Nonsense. It is not. But again, when it is convenient for them, they will pack all these places: Niger, Kwara, Abuja, Nasarawa, Kogi, Benue. They will call them northern Nigeria, northern states. So they met and they said the 19 northern governors came together to condemn the killing of the mistake bombing. And they then donated 187 million naira of their people's money, and they gave that to the Kaduna governor for the people of Etudunbiri. And look at them. I just thought, like, I mean, I was like, it's all for show, by the way. It's not for any justice. So that they are actually making money from this, and we all know where this is, how this is going to end, kind of tells me how lower and lower these criminals have sunk. But emotional still kind of runs riots, so that these guys can continue to give you the photo up as if they care. They met in Kaduna today, like this. For those who understand these guys very well, you see those gathering? Tinubu will understand them too. Probably he does right now as we speak. Those guys are not meeting because of the Tudunbiri people. They just need a reason to tell everyone that, you know what, it will, I say, we don't enter Ramu. And if we have any other chance, we need to get out of this arrangement with this guy, Tinubu. And this is how it all starts. The things they kept mute on under Bokuwari, they will be much outspoken now. You watch out. I'm not saying it's not good, but it would have been very good if the intention is actually to end this. You see those guys? Those guys have ferried billions of Nigeria money into the hands of terrorists, claiming that they are rehabilitating them. Some of them even signed peace deals with the terrorists in their own states. Can you even believe that? The terrorists you are reading about, hearing about, and all of that, they walk straight into government houses in northern Nigeria, some of them, and they walk out with bags of money. I mean, the locals can testify to that. They will tell you. So the intention is not to end the insecurity. The intention is not to, indeed, like they were moved because of what happened. No, don't get carried away. Don't. So the guy who hosted them inside Kaduna's governor's office. Yeah, look at them. You know that? Yeah. Like, the camera is coming. Let's pretend that we are talking. Okay. So, like when we kind of like shield, complete shield, right? Then the guy read out and he said they read the communique. Sultan of Sokoto was there. He was promising them justice too. So these ones were there and they were promising justice too. House of Representative members went there. They donated their December salary. You know that? Senators donated their own December salary, 109 million naira. They gave them. So the guy was reading it out like,
The Northern State Governors Forum. I thank you all for your individual and collective condolence message on the loss of our citizens in the unfortunate Tinubu military attack. The Northern State Governors Forum was established based on the fact that beyond the pursuit of a Nigerian ideal, regional unity is a strategic agenda that should be pursued. The forum was put together in the strong belief that a forum that promotes the values of peaceful coexistence and shared prosperity is critical to the search for sustainable solutions to the region's development challenges. Ethno-religious unity remains the foundation for the advancement of the ideals of regional peace, security, and development in the North.
Oh, talk. Ask the people of Etudombiri if at least, after people donated over 500 million naira, because Nigerian military mistakenly bombed the said, and those who did that, they are probably like, getting ready to be promoted now, It's Nigeria. Tudumbiri people probably haven't seen a dime from that money. That's how cold-hearted these rogues can be. So when they speak of justice, we are going to get them justice. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Justice from who? Tell us who is the culprit. And then make your demand clear. But again, like somebody said, they are just showing that they are working. Right? Unfortunately, that's for the people. But for them, it is going to be useful later. So they can tell their people, we are the one who came together for you. When Tinubu said people were bombing you, just like that. They are already saying that Tinubu doesn't give a damn about them. It's obvious. It shows. It doesn't care about them. Really? So again, it is the gathering of the ox, the hyenas and the jackals. They can feed on themselves. Isn't that what the Bible said, that your enemies will feed on themselves, Abby? They will feed themselves with themselves, or whatever. So they will self-destruct is what I'm trying to say, right? I'll take a small break. But I don't know if you have, if you remember this man, my Oga at the top. Babati was promoted, he don't become Deputy Controller General of NSCDCO in Nigeria. Wait. It will be revealed by my Oga at the top.
The one that is going to create.
No, you see, the question is, what is your website?
Wait.
Okay.
The one that we are going to make use of is going to remain known by my Oga at the top. Yes. I can't announce one now. And my Oga says it's another one.
The NSCDC has multiple websites?
This is something we cannot have multiple websites. But the one that
not the one for employment.
No, it's not the one for employment.
Not the one for employment.
What is your website now? The one you use normally, your official website.
If you want to know about the NSCDC, what website do you go to?
Okay, if you want to know about NSCDC,
exactly.
as of now.
Exactly.
Okay, www.nscdc.
Yes.
Yes. So that's all.
Glorify your name to the core. Owner of the day, owner of the beginning and the head. I glorify your name to the God, Father of the glory, There is nobody that can share the glory with you. You are beginning of the glory, you are everlasting glory, you are glory. Why you name to God?
Wèrè ló pọ̀ jù Nigeria. But to him, he's now Oga. And very soon, they're going to announce him as the commander, Abi Controller General of the NSCDC. Nigerian, no, NC, what did they call us? NSCDC, Abi? Nigerian, what is that? Civil, whatever. I don't know. They have so many abbreviated titles that are mostly well. Meanwhile, I was a little bit down earlier today, especially when the Supreme Court of Nigeria came back with that nonsense ruling. That's me. Here you get. Then where I was, I saw a guy who was pretty much like, complaining. He was complaining that, life is not really fair. Not to anyone anyway. But his own complaint is a bit off. And somehow he put a smile on my face, I have to say. And I'm going to do the same to you now. See, today, the Nigerian naira to the British pounds is over 1,570 naira to 1 pound. Right now, it is over 1,280 naira to $1. Currently, it's over 1,300 naira to €1. Canadian dollar is almost 1,000 naira now to a Canadian dollar. And on like that. You see, all of this have made life even more worse for the people. Now, when you see those who will tell you that you don't spend dollars, you don't spend pounds, naira is your money and all of that, you see that ignorance. Leave them for 2023. Oh. Don't go into 2024 and begin to talk like that. Oh. Because it is like you are denying. You are living in denial. Because you know something? Nigeria economy, your economy depends on importation. The rogue politicians, the criminals like Tinubu and co, the little resources that they could have used to invest in, production in your country, they are using that for their own lifestyle and luxury. Simply means those who are supposed to be kind of making all these productions in Nigeria to ease things up, it is now becoming nearly impossible to make profits producing in Nigeria. That may shock you because to you, that's impossible. Nigerians have become so poor. Are you with me? That Nigerians' purchasing power has dwindled beyond negative. Businesses are running at loss. They are existing. You are seeing them. But when you check their balance sheets, you'll be shocked at how much losses they are running in debt too. A lot of them are going to fold up in 2024. And there's something that economic hardship causes to people. It alters mental health. And in Nigeria, they said over 70% of Nigerians they have mental health problems. Then they're mad. And of course, look around you. Doesn't everywhere look like a mad asylum to you? Like, if you want to be honest, look around you. In Nigeria, just look around you. You self go no say, you are telling yourself that you have to be tough, you have to be smart. No. You are living in a mad asylum because mad people are everywhere. There are those of you who are entitled. And there are those of you who are very much hardworking, but lack a lot of opportunities. I mean, you lack opportunities, so to say. So when I saw this guy complaining about his mom, initially it's meant to be a skit. Another said, no, it's not right in the head. I was like, how do you mean? He could probably be living in his own world. So yeah, that's exactly what we are saying. Mayegun is living in an alternative world. No thanks to Nigeria. Of course, there are people, many like him. That's why when I tell you, on social media, where everybody seems to be anonymous. Anonymous not because they don't have face or they don't have location. No, they do. Anonymous in the sense that profile pictures cannot tell the whole story about people you are engaging with on social media. Trust me, a lot of them are mad. Maddest. If not, why would you even still see anybody in Nigeria standing up to say they are defending APC if they no be weary? Are you with me? So on social media, where you believe that somebody will just come and they will say something that will just get you so right up, like, of course, we're now you know 70% of Nigerians have mental health problem that is worse, chronic, mad, but they never enter markets. And it's obvious, like, look around you. People are frustrated every day. They are living through hell every day. Even those who claim to be rich, you need to have some scon. They will tell you, to survive in Nigeria, you need small scon. That scon they are telling you now madness. Now, like, you know what I mean? Like, crazy giddy. So imagine if you are arguing with somebody like this on social media. Like, just imagine this for a minute. I'll come back to this.
What's the bad thing we say and the way you don't forget?
Hey, that's my mom. The way my mom brought me up, I don't like it.
How did she bring you up?
No, she brought me up badly. Not the way I desire to be.
How did she bring you up?
You know, she brought me up so lack and not well care of. I was not giving out what I need in life.
What do you need that she didn't give you?
I need good wealth.
So your mommy did not give you money?
She does, but it's not much. Imagine big boy like me, 3K, 4K, 5,000 naira. So it's too little.
Wow. How much do you expect your mommy to be giving you?
At least 50K.
Right now, she's still giving 3K, 4K?
3K for now.
Which work do you do?
For now, I told you earlier, I'm a musician, so I'm working towards recording my album very soon.
Oh, okay. How old are you?
I'm 30.
30?
Yes.
Your mommy love you with that though?
Yeah, she did, but those that she's not doing the way I want her to be.
Good.
Her giving to me is not accurate.
Your mommy, you are 30 years old?
Yes.
Your mommy is now giving you 3,000 naira, 4,000 naira pocket money, and you're expecting her to give me how much?
At least 50K, 30K. There are many things I want to do with money.
What's the bad?
I built this country, I employed 13,800 workers. People employ nobody, and nobody asks them their source of wealth. I have 3 factories in Lagos, Nigeria. I have 2 factories in Ota, build manufacturing. I have 3 factories in Aba, manufacturing. And I'm a thief. And people that cannot explain where their source of wealth comes from, they are not thieves. I leave everything in the hands of God. May God be the judge.
Thank you very much, Chief Whip.
Many are mad. Only few are naked and are naked and roaming the streets. I decided to make that clip, to show you that towards the end. Somebody said that that guy is not 30 years old. He's probably 40 or maybe mid 40. I said, Papa, dupetie. You know what that means? Be grateful for your life and for what you probably have managed to, you know what I mean? Like wherever you have managed to get to in life. Poverty is such a very, 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 very bad thing. Like you can use that very, 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 like it's that deep. You know? poverty will reduce everything in you, including the humanity in you. It will reduce you to absolute almost nothing. Then it will now expose you to a different kind of danger. A lot of you may not understand, right? So many things that you are facing in life today that are just like unnecessarily and all that, right? And poverty, oh, that's how bad it is. And when the poverty kind of hit and hold you, you can't begin the hold, like you can't begin the age. Even your friends, right, who have seen you maybe for a long time, they probably will think they are seeing an old man. That's how poverty, poverty can change the shape of your face, shape of your body, the color of your skin. Okay? And to make it worse, poverty can also blind you. It reduces people to nothing. There's nothing pride or in any way prideful in being poor. And that is why when you see a system that glorifies poverty, the systems that breeds poverty, you should see it as, like I do say, a weapon fashioned against you. You know, you tell me I'm okay. Say it to my face that I am lying. Where some of you will say when God answered your prayer, now then you realize that you are actually not really that black. You are a light-skinned person. But throughout your life, now blacky that they call you, Abi. I'm just saying, And how many of you who have seen the they will say, okay, well, the way you are approached with respect and the rest of that, all that stuff, they come with, how you present or how you appear or something like that, or something you have to offer, so to say. You can see wretched people. And to make it worse, like I said, you are vulnerable to different attacks. Okay? When they are saying spiritual attack, now go they say spiritual attack, they attack you. When they say what do you call it? Pickpocket. Now you. When they say all things that are just like ordinarily. Should never find your ways. It will just kind of be happening to you, and then you'll be every day crying and screaming. And before you know it, there are people who don't have that strong will or strong mind to actually finish the race. So many others, because as they say, this life is a race. And as a Nigerian, that the world has already been rigged against you. The world is leading us by 4-0 before we were born. So we then have to kind of start the race, the race of life. Some of you have managed to get to 4-2 with life. Some of you have managed to get to 4-3. In fact, some of you have gotten to like a draw with life. In fact, some of you have succeeded to the point that you are now leading the world that was once leading you. You know what I mean? From small to where you are today. Now, as you are today, everything that you used to actually pray for, they are now at your beck and calls, because you have drawn them, you have drawn with the world, you are no longer rigged out and the rest, Abi. Or you see, for those who won't finish that race because the system is rigged against them, what will happen at the end of the day when they don't finish the race? Now the race, they finish them. Some run mad, but they don't know. Do you understand? And if you don't believe me, just look around the social media today. You see people like that guy, entitled, effed up young men and women. I mean, why am I not all right? Why are those people better than me? What is the reason why they cannot help me? They should be able to help me. I mean, I have to be like, you know what I mean? So in that state of mind, young Nigerians have been ruined. Many young Nigerians have been destroyed. A lot of them are walking on that streets right now. They are just existing for existence sake. No thanks to the criminals ruining Nigeria. So when I heard that guy is talking about his mom, my mom should be giving me 50,000. I was like, until finish it. Sometimes they will say they don't use that one. They don't use them. Now Nigeria happened to them. And there are many like that. Young people who can no longer think straight, who can no longer have a proper conversation anymore. They are so entitled and they are open for easy manipulation. Just give them something that makes them so happy. Something that they feel like, wow. When we got to that place, when they opened the bar, I said, now I'll go die today. The man said we can drink anything we want to drink. Then whatever you want them to do when they are drinking, they will do it. There are many, many young people like that. And APC and all these your political criminals knows them. There are so many of you who are doing everything to end up in that mad asylum state of mind. When Nigeria finish with you, for those of you who are defending these criminals, Baba, you will become that kind of a weary that will not know that he's already a weary. And there are many like you. So the brethren on the platform, it's a lesson to all of you. Okay? Sometimes when you click, when you jam all these wearies on social media and they come around to begin to like drop nonsense. Some of them are mad people. That they have access to social media doesn't mean that they are not mad. Mad, some of them are wearing suit. You know me say they get mad, they don't get madness. So and you should take care of your own mental health. When you look at them, when you read this stuff, and you read it, move on. If you don't want to see them again, block them. Okay? Because the APC, Egbekebe, is breeding this kind of young men that look like 70 years old men and women. They are there. Okay? They are those that they have been incubated. Do you understand? So when you see them on social media, do not entertain them and keep your sanity, by the way. So I'll leave it at that. Because I don't think you even need my advice, because everybody they craze now. Because as it is, people are like, no, you call me this, if you give me 5, I'll give you 10. It's okay, yeah. Everybody they mental the craze then, right? I'll leave it at that. And I am going to go make myself another cup of tea, okay? Then I will come back to take calls. I think we should take calls tonight for those who might want to react to this evening's charts. What do you think? No? Okay, we will take calls. So I'm going to go make myself another cup of tea, and I will be back. The number is right there on the screen. But if you have to leave, remember, you need to like the broadcast. And don't worry, just like it and leave if you have to. Or pick up the phone and call in. I'll be back.
Buhari is a
So, thank you so much, everyone, especially those of us who are still here who want to be part of the conversation as well. You can pick up your phone and call in as well, okay? But I have a caller, my first caller tonight. Hello there.
Hello, Michael. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Thanks a lot, Okumo speaking.
Talks. It's been a while.
It's been a while. I've been very busy. Work has been very busy, and I keep catching up on your shows.
I can imagine,
and stuff like that. I just thought tonight I have to try and wait up to call in. It's unfortunate with what's happened with Nnamdi Kanu tonight, and it's a shame that I believe Tinubu missed a chance to reconcile Nigeria. I would have expected him to say, instead of subsidies gone, I will grant amnesty to Nnamdi Kanu and return him back to Kenya, pay him his gratuities, and save Nigeria from where we are today. It's really unfortunate, and I really do feel sad that things have panned out this way. But we're here now, and I can't say Nigeria justice system is a good system, but we'll go with what they're saying now. The lawyers are happy, hopefully.
And they can go back and make whatever deal they want to make and just let him go before the end of the year. You know what I mean?
They need to let him go. It just doesn't make sense anymore. It's exhausting. I mean, when I watch your show sometimes and I see things happening, look at Wike dancing in front of Bajabia Mole, what's his name? Bajabia Mala, what's his name? And I'm thinking to myself, this is somebody's father. I mean, come on, man. I won't do that for my children, really.
What won't they do for power, folks?
My God, I tell people that there are no more noble men on this planet, especially in Nigeria. No more noble men. A man that can stand and say, I'm going to take this on my chest. People like Dele Giwa, even MK Abiola, apart from that, they said they committed atrocities. He took it on his chest. I'm going to stand for these people. There are no more noble men, my God. You are one of the last noble men that are standing in Yoruba land that can speak the truth. And lucky for you that you're where you are today in Scotland.
Then, you know what I mean, Talks? That's something for us.
Yeah.
But the future is not totally doomed then. And there are many Mayegos. We just need to get them out here. Get them out. Come out here and speak. Yeah.
The fact that you speak your truth. And if you notice, somebody said in a show that when you speak, things happen. But people don't see that happens. But when you speak, I reference your thoughts and your speech the next day or the week after, and I see, hold on a second, Michael talked about this last week, and this is happening today. This guy is hitting them in the spot they don't like, and they will rectify it. Tinubu went to Dumbiri. Never gave them any money.
He didn't even go there. He went to Borno. You remember, he went to Borno. He hasn't been there.
Yeah.
You know something as well, Talks, right? This is ridiculous, okay?
Yeah.
Now, to fly from, the journey between Abuja and Borno is a distance of 980 kilometers. Can you believe that? And the journey between Abuja and Kaduna is just 194 kilometers. Up till now,
can you believe that?
He hasn't been there. But please continue.
Look at when things happen in America or the UK here. President actually flies there to see the people.
Because it's the right thing to do.
But the president of Nigeria cannot fly to go and see his people that were bombed mistakenly by the military. And you tell me there's justice in a land. I feel sorry for people in Nigeria, to be honest with you. And it's unfortunate that we're here now. I don't know their pain. I don't know what they're going through. But all I can say to you is, Michael, thank you for the message you keep passing on. And if 10,000 people see your views tonight, great on them. Let them use it to their own benefit. It's up to them. You keep speaking your own truth. Peter Obi went to Tudumbiri and gave them 5 million naira. Then some next people came there, say, we're going to be 100 and something to counter him. Why didn't they go there first to counter him before he even got there? Who gave it? Peter Obi let's go there, let's go and counter them, let's go and give 10 times what he's giving them. But the man came there with an issue, you know, we're all Nigerians. Come on. Whether I'm Igbo or Yoruba, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, my I tell you that we are all human beings. The same blood runs to our body. Come on. Really? Somebody must have given them the schematics to get to that place, to blow that place up twice. On a Muslim festival, twice.
It's not once.
And they say Sharia
once
no.
Would have been a mistake, but twice.
Twice. Come on. Now,
I'm in support of justice, but let's be clear what type of justice. Yes. Okay, the justice here is that some people were supposed to have honorably resigned by now, but they are still on. Okay, meanwhile, some people are supposed to have been kind of arrested and on trial for murder right now. Okay, but they are not. So, which justice are they raising money for, if not for the future political game, Baba? They don't care about those guys.
As Nigeria be now, I saw that NSCDC guy, and they're telling me that they ask you, what is the website of NSCDC? Michael, please, what is the website of Diaspora Radio International?
Well, it's very easy now. You just say www.diasporaradiointernational.com. Easy.
He said, yeah, of course. Now. He said www.nscdc.
Well, he said www.
The NSC.
Well, look at the guy today. He was referring to a guy at the top. Now he's one of your guys at the top now.
He's the top boy. Michael, let me tell you, thank you very much for everything you're doing. I greet everybody in the house. It's been a long time. I've been here watching in the shadows. Your message from you as well. Get to me.
Thank
you so much, Michael. Have a good evening. My blessed family.
Thanks a lot. Chike is with us this evening. And it seems that my people are being generous again this evening, okay? And that's when you begin to see all those different colors, the super chat and the rest. So, Chike, God bless you. You've always been very kind of that generous. Prince Judgements, we were all watching you this evening. And I bet you were watching yourself too.
Yes, so my good general.
The Prince.
This is Prince Judgements representing IPOB for life.
We saw you today, even though they wanted us to come and not see this as a bit of a bad, but you know, if you just see it as a little delay, they are figuring it out. How do you see it? I mean, the Prince.
Baba, first of all, I want to thank you. You know,
thank you.
You are a Biafran because they say anybody that loves justice is a Biafran. Biafran, Ojukwu once told them that you cannot enslave an Igbo man forever. He told, yes, before he died, this was one of his last press statement. Okay, he told Nigerians that you cannot enslave the Biafrans forever, and that is where we are today. You know, back to your question, you see, one thing we have to know is this: Nigeria have gone to the toilet, but getting to the toilet, they have to mash the shit, and the shit is smelling all over their body. Okay, where we are today. The investors who want to come to Nigeria, they can see what they will meet when they eventually come. Because in a country where justice, the Supreme Court do not know what justice delay and justice deny, what is all about now.
Justice delay is justice denied. We shouldn't kind of pretend.
So the Supreme Court is now a bandit and a Sharia technicality court. That's what we are experiencing now. It's a shame. It's a shame, and the shame will continue until Nigeria finally goes down. Because Nigeria as it is now, everybody is like a wounded lion. And a wounded lion have, when it strikes, you know, you may never recover from it. Okay, so my good general, what they have done in the court today, They can never put our spirit down. You know, one thing they should know is that,
and that's why I always kind of share, you know, the courage and the gathering, the enthusiasm of the IPOB members, the Biafrans, all over the world, wherever I see them gathered, because some people don't even understand what this means generally to an average Igbo person or Igbo man or woman, and they don't want to know. So we got to show them. Okay, they want to paint a picture of some ragtag, you know, on court, you know, some people that you cannot really associate with. These are the people called IPOB. They've spent so much money pushing that propaganda in Nigeria. You know that? And there are those who are believing that, oh yeah, maybe IPOB. I said, no. These are responsible, honorable men and women, successful in their own different lives, all over the world, who are just done with Nigeria. And if they are given that chance today, they will choose that Biafra. How hard is that for people to understand and accept?
My God bless you, and you will continue to prosper.
Amen.
You see, my ego, where we are today is referendum and referendum. You see, UK is not a call for war, and it's never a crime. It's only a crime in Nigeria because they have an ulterior motive. Nigeria is a crime scene. Nigeria is being run by criminal gangs called themselves government. And this cannot continue.
No.
They should go and learn from history. All the people that want to impose themselves on others like Hitler, at the end of the day, what happens? Many empires have come and they're gone. So is it the Ruga Fulani enhancement terrorists that wants to enslave everybody, and in extension with some Chicago drug cartel? It's not gonna last. It's just a temporary thing.
It's a phase.
You understand? Because you see, one thing they should know is that Nnamdi Kanu is like a Bible to us. It's like a scripture. It's like a word written on marble. The history that they want to hide from us, Nnamdi Kanu, have brought it back. Is now, thank God for the internet. See my good general now. People goes to your program, past and present, to get more information about what is happening. And people are not being fooled anymore.
No.
People are being radicalized in the truth every day. I get what I'm saying.
I am with you.
So my dear, they cannot put us down. They can only delay. Delay is never denial. Our spirit is high, and all Biafrans, both home and abroad, have made up their mind that nothing will take them back to the Egypt or to the Babylon of Nigeria. It's Biafra or Biafra or Biafra. That's what Nnamdi Kanu has told them. That is Biafra or death. We are not going back. They should get that into their head. You know, it's referendum time now. Free Nnamdi Kanu and set a date of referendum. Period. Thank you, my good general. God bless you for the wonderful work you are doing.
You too.
We really appreciate you. We love you so much. Bless you.
And you too. Thank you. That's Prince Judgements. Well, you saw him on the screen earlier, right? That's probably him on his way home. Usually, it does run, you know, whenever they're out there doing their advocacy, awareness, and the rest of that. Prince Judgements probably just do that for the full day of such engagement, and you see him just going home around 9, 10, 11, or maybe it's because that happens when I was in London. Now the line is still pretty much opened, okay? So you need to well, it's on your screen, so it's WhatsApp call, or if you probably want to call it directly as well, you can. Okay, so I also want to quickly ask us, if that's okay, to take a moment, right? And then just go on and like the broadcast. Okay. See, today we finally crossed that 90,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's some what do you call it? That's some number, right? So thank you so much to every one of you who either recently joined us or you've been part of the team from the Word Go as well. So thank you. So like I said, the line is still pretty much open and we can continue taking our course now. Okay, hang on. So here I have another caller, and that would be hello.
Yeah, hello, Mayego.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Fantastic. Long time. I've not been able to get you for a very long time now.
And look at it. Here you are, sir.
Yeah.
You are in. So,
Yeah.
how you doing, sir?
Yeah. What I wanted to talk, I mean, not really. There is this guy, one Igbo guy. They call him Ijele. I don't know if you have seen one. Yeah.
Okay.
You see all the tweets that he's tweeting all the time, talking about Tinubu should kill Nnamdi Kanu, they should leave him jail, this, that. Can that guy be stopped because of these messages that he's pushing out?
Yeah, I think, you see, people like that, they are attention seekers. They are actually not really relevant until when people begin to react to what they say or what they do. Do you get that now? These are the guys who wish they have that such power. Like, kill those they don't like or jail whoever they don't like and do things, but they don't have it. But when people like that, when they say things, they attract attention to themselves. Some of them actually enjoys it. So I would advise that I know him. I know Ijele. I know the guy. It was in Turkey. Was it not the guy that got deported from Turkey sometimes ago?
That is the guy.
See, somebody like that, with the people I know, the caliber of people I know with IPOB, right? Somebody like that should never even get your attention anymore. But I mean, I understand that when you cannot completely ignore such, but at the same time, sir, right? If you can handle it to ignore somebody like that, ignore them. You see, where people like that become fully irrelevant is this. One day, right? Soon, Nnamdi Kanu will be released. Now, all his wish, all his power, all his hatred, all his everything, he will see him walk majestically with that massive crowd as usual. What can he do? He won't be able to do anything. We've seen that before. But maybe that's just me, Shao. And that's why I don't get really distracted by some of these things. I see a lot of them. I just feel like, it'll be your fault. Me and they wait for the day we actually walk out. And then you go no say even my ego can be petty. You haven't seen me being petty, right? A lot of you will see me being petty and you'll be like, my ego is okay, it's enough. But I want to wait till the man is out. You get that? A lot of us has a lot to say. We have a lot to say. But we are keeping it to ourselves because we want the man out. Then all talks can be said. That's me. I wish you were like that too, sir. Ignore him if you can. Please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because he's getting audience and people are followers.
Nonsense. They can make themselves look relevant. People like that are irrelevant until people like you get offended and speak to them and you make them relevant. But they will still never be relevant. A lot of people who are living off the name of Nnamdi Kanu until they couldn't meet up anymore. There were those who were living off his name, Then election came. We saw where all of them went. So people like that shouldn't bother you, please. And those who are listening to me as well. That's how I deal with them all. And I encourage all of you to try same. Ignore them. God bless you.
Thanks for saying this. You go a long way.
God bless you.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot, sir. You have a good one, okay? And you take it easy. See, what I say to you, sometimes people say, oh, Mayegun is... See, sometimes some of those things pain me too. There are things, people will say things about Yorubas, okay? Because they want to respond back to those who are saying rubbish about the Igbos. So I will see people say nonsense about the Igbos. I will read both. I will read all of them engaging themselves. Majority of them actually breaks heart. Not what they are saying, but the energy they are putting into it to outdo one another. Igbos this, Yoruba that, this one did, that one that. I see all of them, and I've never been tempted to say something. Because to me, they are not really relevant, except you make them relevant. Guess. So yeah. Oh, did I just miss your call? I asked somebody who was right there on the line, and I lost them earlier, but I think I got him back. Ahmed.
General.
How are you, Baba?
Baba, how far now?
I just do. Same. But look at us today. We were meant to be kind of
Yes.
discussing what is next now that Mazi is out, but they decided to delay it.
I'm telling you.
In that, Baba.
Myself, I just enter, not to watch the program. One, if you finish, and I go take them back.
Then you start watching from the beginning. Oh, sorry about that.
There
are so many things we discussed tonight.
But you know, I've already
has told Wike not to come back to Rivers State, or else, he go hear him. So
no, really,
where would you like to go, Ahmed?
You know, let me start with the judgment today on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You know, we already know we already know where it's gonna end. We know they are not ready to let him go, because all the people around there, they are all cowards. We know them. They are all bunch of cowards. You know, they never even carry physical fights go meet them. Now still battle, now still talk. Yabi make I yab you, yab me make I yab you. Make I dig waiting you don't dig, waiting you don't do, make I dig and come out. So that thing, if they fear them, say people eye they open every day. Do you know how many thousands of people Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has like opened their eye? They've seen it, they've understood. Like a lot of us, like there are things that we are just like trying to, you know, kind of like tackle my
nonchalant, but now you do.
Yeah. But there was a way he put some stuff out there. Like you cannot shy away from it. You can never shy away. I mean, you will definitely take that talk and you will follow what he has said, because
things that get you thinking.
It will get you thinking
that you either wanted to go out to try to want to prove him wrong, only to prove him right. I mean, people see. You know what some people told me, Ahmed? They said, it is sad for them. Like they are so like sad that they would have to agree with Nnamdi Kanu. That I would have to agree with what Nnamdi Kanu has been saying. And I'm one of those who call him a madman. I'm not one of those who said this. I'm one of those who said that. Some of them are now saying that it is so painful for them, but they have no choice than to agree with him that, wow, it's all of this.
At this point, we still see people that still see like all he's doing is a man. Okay, imagine when you posted something and you said, Nigeria is something. You posted something on Facebook, I think like 6-7 hours ago. So someone was on there. He was like, Oga, come back home and come protest. Before I go come back, people like they don't reach like almost 5 or 6. They don't give a reply.
You know now, people they tell me say, you they bring yourself down when you they reply these people. Leave them for us. We'll go handle them for you.
No,
leave them. And I started leaving them for you.
I just see, just like as your papa won't take wrong come out. So if you say I die, last him die, you don't get chance come out, go give you better life. So you won't make him come back, come join you for that useless life. Abi, really don't beja. Secondly, you see Asari Dokubo, he go do waiting. I watched his stuff yesterday.
His own rant.
So
I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was.
It was yesterday. So you see that one, in day for lawless country, we be saying lawless things they happen. So and the people in charge of the country itself, they are lawless human beings. So tell me how anything tangible, like how anything serious won't take happen for someone to be threatening the national asset of a country. And she just says it, and that's it. Nothing is going to happen, because the people that claim to be protecting it, the people that claim to have a say over it. They are the main people that are destroying that
Ahmed,
stuff. They are the main people destroying it.
Ahmed,
so it's the
Tompolo is
help.
protecting the pipeline. And Tompolo, the former militant leader. Now, Nigerian military, Nigerian Navy, who are supposed to be patrolling the water, keeping the water safe.
Yeah.
Tompolo can they arrest Nigerian Navy for oil bunkering, stealing crude oil. You don't hear that one before? Now, as militants can they arrest Navy.
Nigeria na very useless. Now they're very useless place. Now very useless place. You see now for Nigeria, you go come where you say you go see different uniform. Different kind of uniform. You say some self now don't they carry weapon. Because okay, now look at it this way. You have police and you have civil defense. What is the use of civil defense? What is their use?
Job of the
what
police?
Internal security? Why can't you just do you know that as police day, Amotekun wey you see them create, they feel use and coffee depot civil defense. Could just every state will have their own security.
Exactly.
That would be more effective than having civil. What is the work of civil defense? Kilonshi. Most of them now they carry them go carry them go Niger Delta. It's a waste of resource. We have different forces.
Duplication
for Nigeria.
of
Different forces.
And all of
Duplication of Mayegun here. Apart from for example, the America Shiwabai, we have border patrol, we have police, we have the military, right? And immigration border patrol almost they work the same custom. They work all in hand. You understand?
That's right.
But now only military I see they get plenty branches. Where we say we have the Marines, we have the Space Force now, we have the Army, we have the Navy SEAL, we have the Navy, we have the what's it called? Coast Guard. And inside them again, we still have the ones that are active. We have reservists.
And Donald
we
Trump
have National Guard.
did he manage to do that anyway? He added the Space Force too, so that you have army in the space.
Force, yeah. Yeah, Space
they
Force
actually launched that too. It's just that it's but not being like,
Force, Yeah, but Space Force, over on the Kashan in Benikuwa on the Air Force, but one try last
like
they train with the Air Force and stuff like that. Yeah, they train with the Air Force, but it's in lock on one try that is separate. They are just still on it, And the reason why America has the reason why America has a whole bunch of this is because America is a country that what if you just see America, but
they know they have so many
with the force,
anyway.
Yes. So with those as in American one share if you do anyhow you see anyhow. So that if you get anything from mind, make you just keep on for your mind. Why is this happening? Is because they want to defend their country. So tell me, people who are passionate to defend their country, how would they be passionate in destroying it? That only happens in Nigeria. They have passion. They have passion. They have passion to destroy the country. They have passion to destroy the country. That is why their military. That is why Mayegun, their military is underpaid. In the military here, Mayegun, they don't really pay military that good. You can get good jobs out there that is going to pay you good money. But the kind of benefit that comes in the military here,
it's not similar.
You cannot find it anywhere
easily.
You can't find it, Mayegun. The kind of benefit Tobawa, Kotori benefits anywhere. One more, how many
you
years?
Must be like an executive,
you know how many years you work inside? Yes. Because the military, they take care of you fine. They take care of you real good.
Then? A soldier that want to come and take a bottle of what have you from your shop, take a crate of drink and say I've seized that as a soldier. You can't take
Mayegun, Nigerian military, a private soldier in Nigeria is being paid less than $50 every month. Less than $50 every month. Yes.
Damn it, man.
Tell me, how do you expect that kind of a person to be out there and fight with this? As in, that's in collect RC in you, in collect all this kind, everything we come with them. He get 100,000 in a month, less than $100. With the kind of way things just they skyrocket every day. You are underpaying your forces, you are underpaying your workers, you are underpaying everybody. And the main people will be saying that they underpay all this. And the main people will be saying that they underpay these people when they make the law. Most of them are illiterates. Most of them are they are into forgery. Your whole president, he forged everything. His certificate, we don't know where they come out from.
Let me tell you something. Talking about a system that is so corrupt that the corruption is just not of this world, right? They said in Nigeria, right? They have something called the NFH or NHF or something like that, which has to do with housing. Okay, so what that has to do is that they will be deducting 6% of your salary annually. It's compulsory. Yeah. But they did not. You didn't consent to that, though. Not because all of you consented, though, right? It's automatic. Now, what that means is that when they take that 6% of your salary annually, so you are contributing to the pool. Now, at a point, you'll be qualified to apply for loan to build your own house. Now, that loan, they have pegged it or sort of cap it at 10 million naira loan. Okay. So now to get back that loan, right? That could take forever on its own. Now your money, okay? Then normally you are supposed to kind of get that loan, and then you will be paying back a certain amount of a mortgage, okay, for a certain period of time until it is yours and all that, okay? Now you know what they have done today, and in Nigeria today, majority of them don't even know they are deducting that money from them. Now, when they, to now access your money, this is not bank loan, no. Your money from a pool that you put it in is there by law. There is no money there. Oh, gone, stolen. And today, you can't even probably build a house of 10 million naira to retire into. Well, buy land, build houses as well in what Nigeria is today. But the point here is this: a lot of people, if there is no corruption, a lot of people could have easily become homeowners. I'm talking about in their millions for about a decade or two now. But corruption makes them hit that money every now and then. Now we are talking about those being paid less than $100 a month that will never, ever own anything to their names without corruption.
Look, let me tell you something. In the army, in the military here, right? If you join the military and you know what you're doing, just in 5 years, forget it. You need to. You would have put some things down that you yourself you look at it like, because let me give you one example. There is something that you do when you're moving. There's something you do when you're moving from, maybe they assign you to another duty station. You're leaving to go to another duty station. And you have family, you have goods, you have to move them from one place to another. There are what we call duty move. When you do your PCS and you do a duty move. So that duty move, you have to do it online, everything. Then you go to a transport office on base, do everything, put everything in process. Then the army will give you 60% upfront for you to start your move. When you complete your move and you submit all the papers, truck box to renew, or tape to feed, tape and well, all the things that involves your moves. Your meal, what you ate on the road, how many hotels did you sleep before you get to your duty station? Everything with its receipt, you submit those stuff. And after you submit, they pay you the rest of your 40% back
immediately.
Guess what? And that money comes in less than 3 weeks. Guess what, Maegun? That money, you are not paying that money back. That money is what they give you to move. You say, pay one deducted from your salary, they give you to move because you are moving. Maegun, if you are moving, this last move where I leave the state where I move come, where are they? I made about $14,000, close to $15,000. They are not taking it from anywhere. They gave it to me to move.
15 grand.
And in Kotimono, what I spent to you to make that move is not more than 5,000. Pẹ̀lú truck ni, pẹ̀lú hotel tèmi àtàwọn ọmọ àti ìyàwó tí a gbé ta do everything. I didn't spend more than 5,000, maybe let's say 6,000.
Or it was like a design payment that is meant for your movement.
It's the design payment for your convenience, so that you can get to your next duty station and no complaint. Pay salary for me, no carrying all those kind of things. Maegun, everywhere you enter, they have a military discount. They give you discount on almost everything. Everywhere you enter is a thank you for your service.
Nigeria,
you can go to a place and some people will just
pay for transportation, Abi. That's what they give them.
They don't pay you shit. They pay that money, but no, it doesn't get to the soldiers. They say they pay, but it doesn't get to the soldiers.
All these kind of arrangements are also there for Nigerian soldiers, but they just don't get it. Some of them don't even know they exist.
They don't know it exists. Even imagine, I have friends that are still in the military over there. Sometimes their bills, their health care bills, sometimes I just help them out when they are serving a country. Most of them, like, they are just, because there is nothing they want to go do out there. There is nothing they want to go do out there. If they leave the job, they're just going to go back to square zero. They are going back to a different thing. Yeah, there is nothing out there. I mean, the military here, let me tell you, Michael, military here helps you. We used to have people that probably they are on the road, they don't have house, they don't even know where to start from. But you can go join the military and kickstart your life back.
That's right. I've seen that.
Move your life back.
I've seen testimonies like that.
You go back. You understand? You go back to where you used to be. The military helps you get back to your feet.
Get you back on your feet, and you can enlist, and later you can just leave and go on with other things in life. And there's no worries.
You can decide to sign a contract 2, 3, 4 years, do the contract and get out.
And they will give you the best of the best trainings. You'll be given the best of the best platforms.
If you go and look at most soldiers that left Nigeria, like us, we are saddened. We resign. We just carry ourselves.
Okay, your people need
you. We don't go. Because saddened, no be say they tell us say you don't do see paper. We just go. Just carry waka say we don't give them a chance. We go another place, they do something different. I mean, why would you defend something that hasn't done nothing for you? I ask people, I'll be like, tell me you love Nigeria. Tell me just one thing that Nigeria has done for you ever since you've been born. Just one thing. I promise you I'll give you something. If you can tell me just one thing, I'll give you something. You cannot tell me anything because there is nothing. Nothing is free. They don't give you anything. Education, they don't give you. Healthcare, they don't give you. Good roads, they don't give you. Your water, your light, nothing. They don't give you anything. Tell me, what have you enjoyed as a proud Nigeria that you are? As a proud Nigeria, all they do is they bully you and they tell you to keep quiet. You cannot even cry. And you are still here, you will defend your leaders. What kind of human being, what kind of people are you guys? Is it until this Nigeria happens to you guys? Can't you just wake up? Can't you just understand that this place is doing you bad? You need to do something. Maegun, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. Continue doing your job. We are enjoying you.
Thanks,
You are doing a job. No, my regards to
you,
everyone.
Baba. And to yours too. Just
All
take
right
it
now.
easy as usual, okay? That's Ahmed there for Ross. Now, if you are still watching, that means you are enjoying this. We still have like half an hour to go, by the way. So do me that favor. You can still go and like the video if you haven't already. Here is another caller on the line. Hello there. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, Mayegu. How are you doing?
I am very well, sir. How are you?
I'm okay. This is Jerry from Texas.
Sir Jerry, how are you doing today?
Now I'm okay. Now I always have a deep reasoning and a deep idea. I'll probably I'll call it a little bit controversial into some issues.
Well, we are
I remember the first time
we're all good with controversy anyway. So yeah, bring them on.
Okay.
Please.
So I remember, I'll just be brief. I remember the first time I had Tinubu with this expression that he will continue where Buhari stopped.
Yes.
My mind quickly ran to what he meant. What that statement literally meant was holding Nnamdi Kanu hostage. Like he will continue holding, like as Buhari has hold him, I will not release him just like that. And I think that's the bid of the Northerners, the Fulanis, and he feels like he's just going to hold Nnamdi Kanu right there, probably just to make Buhari happy, because probably Buhari figure out that among most of the contestants, presidential contestants or candidates, none of them probably would work with his idea of holding Nnamdi Kanu. So probably he figured out that Tinubu will be a better person to do it. And I think that was why they probably rigged the election so massively to make sure that Tinubu holds Nnamdi Kanu down. That's just the only thing I think I want to add. Like I thought, there are so many things that flash in the mind all the time.
You can't be wrong.
I want to make it brief. I think when Tinubu said one of the points that he probably mean when he said, I will continue where Buhari stopped, was holding Nnamdi Kanu down. He will continue holding him there. I don't know when this will end. I don't know what's going to happen, but I feel so sad. And that's why, if you remember last time you mentioned going to Nigeria, I told you, Nnamdi Kanu never thought in life that him getting to Kenya would mean that he would get arrested even from there. Probably a whole lot of you guys that speak up. If you think your name is not in their diary with immigration or with their file, with the way even someone like you call them out, first to Sotobo, Kiyamo, this, that, and all of that names you call them, they watch it, and I'm sure they are angry with it. That was why I think I'm like, please don't take, because if I have closed my gap, like, okay, I'm not going to Nigeria anytime soon. I don't have anybody there. I probably will start just put on my face and say, look, I'm against you guys. I know. But those of you that have courage to come out and speak for us, we appreciate you guys. And so what you have to do good for yourself is don't put your legs down there.
Safe away from them.
And those of us that feel like I still have one or two things there, I might have to go check in from time to time.
And you don't want them to utter that for now. I get you. I do.
For now. And the only better thing that Nigerians, I think people want to do, if we really plan a big revolution, would be most people from abroad, because I don't know, but I'm just wondering if people at home have the liver.
Don't worry if you don't know yet.
If people at home will have the liver.
Yeah, that is also possible, Sir Jerry, okay? We are all getting to a stage whereby even if we don't want to act, right? These people most of us from abroad will have to figure out, think on how to eventually make that happen. But anyway, I just thought I should tell the audience that for me, though, that's just what I thought I want to contribute this. Let the audience know that when I heard that statement, it rings in my brain it's about Nnamdi Kanu. He wants to continue where Buhari stopped by holding Nnamdi Kanu down. Well, time will tell. Sir
so, we appreciate you. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir. You also have a wonderful one, Sir Jerry. So yeah, I mean, it probably won't be far from the truth. You know, there will be some conditions. Some of them that possibly will be on trying to make sure that it doesn't offend Bokwari. At the same time, I still also believe that he can also, right, still go ahead and let him go, because this is now becoming even more and more embarrassing. But unfortunately, that the Supreme Court of Nigeria continue to validate illegalities. Okay, that's unfortunate. But the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has gone beyond, you know what I mean, something that they can continue to use as a bargaining chip. It's like, it's just going to be a matter of probably weeks or months before everybody's going to even forget that it was Bokwari that locked the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu up. Because that means Tinubu want to inherit Bokwari's enemy then, right? If you ask me, that is not politically wise. I mean, for those who said it has sense, which I don't think it does. However, that's politically what? Dumb for Tinubu to possibly work to keep inherit Bokwari's enemies and keep it that way. Doesn't sound wise to me. But you are not probably far from the truth. Their hearts and minds are darker than what you can imagine it to be. So yeah, I will believe that. Here is another caller on the line. Hello there.
All hail Biafra, all hail Oduduwa.
All hail Biafra, all hail Oduduwa. Bro, how are you doing?
I'm good, my good. How are you?
Well, I'm fine, and thanks for asking. It's been a while, by the way.
Yeah. Yes. It's been a while. You know, the struggle never stops. No. Another display of how shameful these people are. You know, they have no shame at all. They'll continue to prove us time after time that Nigeria is a zoo. And them holding Mazi is not going to stop.
Isn't it so ridiculous, Baba, that they agree that his rendition is wrong? They agreed that his invasion of his house, their invasion of his house is wrong. They also agreed that revoking his bail was wrong, and yet he should remain in detention. Does that even make any sense to these people? For real.
They are afraid. They know what's coming. They know what's coming. Because, I mean, the way these people reason, I can imagine. Honestly, I'm afraid to want to even think of trying to be in their head and see the way, the process their thoughts, because it's scary. Because how can you say this one individual is irrelevant, he's a nobody, yet you're still holding this guy? Obviously, you keep showing us time after time after time that this guy is actually a problem for you. You're scared of him.
No doubt.
You're losing sleepless nights. It's like a bone that's stuck on your throat. They don't know what to do. Let him go, Nigeria will break up instantly. Hold him, Nigeria will break. So what are they going to do?
It's a dilemma.
You know, more and more now, it's a big dilemma. I mean, those that were like against Mazi, now they're all on his side now. So they continue to keep, yeah. I mean, there's no way you could hide this. There's no way of, sweeping it under the rug. Like, it's so obvious and blatant that the country is done. It's completely useless. And I pity those that call in and talking about how we could save Nigeria or how we could make it better. My friends, madam, uncle, dede, anybody of you guys, please, you need to shine your eyes and see the writing on the wall. There's nothing you can do to change what's coming. And the more you keep supporting this system, you will also become a victim of it.
It's just a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time until Nigeria happens to you. Nigeria has happened to me more than 3 times already.
Bless you.
You know? I get very emotional when I talk about it, but we must stay strong for Mazi. We must stay strong for all the innocent people that they have locked up unjustly. You know? What is their end goal? What is their end goal?
Biafra, he said, and everyone seems to agree that is this. It's either Biafra or Biafra. And I believe Nigeria.
Oduduwa. It's all coming
in everywhere, you know, because the moment Biafra says yes, it is a matter of time before this old contraption is gone.
Yeah,
and that's what they don't want to happen.
My good. But it's going, I mean, they're actually accelerating it themselves. They literally just put a stone on the gas pedal and just left it there. And it's just like zooming past, you know?
Well,
I don't understand what kind of human beings are these people? Heartless human beings.
Yeah.
Oh man, my God, I couldn't sleep last night. All day I was agitated.
Really sorry, man.
The last show, you predicted it. We all knew what was going to happen. But we just say, okay, let's just
exactly to surprise us and please prove us wrong for the first time and say, well, you see, you thought there is no law. Now we have done it. What would you say now? And then we can come back and say, well, thanks for this. That's what we wanted you to do. Anyway, let him go, but they didn't. So they did not.
They didn't.
Disappointing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the countdown has really begun for the destruction and the collapse of Nigeria. People, grab your popcorn, grab your put on your seatbelt because this thing is about to accelerate to a whole new another level. They think that we, the people, are cowards, but we're not.
No.
Soon they will find out what happens. We're going to speak that same language that they understand. And I'm going to leave it like that. Oh, hell Biafra, oh, hell Dudua. People, please like and subscribe. There's no way that is over 1,000, 2,000 people watching and there's only 782 people in likes. People, do your needful and click the like button, please.
Tell them. And thanks, bro. Thanks so much as well for tonight, okay? I'm going to take another one. Bro, thank you so much. Now, to everyone who is still there, it's just a simple plea, okay? There are ways to do this, right? Which is leave the comment section, okay? And then go under the video and like it. Just once. If you have done it, don't do it again. If you do it, you are taking it off. I promise you. So I have another caller, which is going to be the second to the last caller on this program tonight. We are getting close to the end of the program, but here, which is going to be hello there. Last program tonight. We are getting close to the end of the. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello, sir. You need to mute the podcast, please. Because I can hear myself. Yes, sir. You need to mute that broadcast. I can hear myself. You need to mute it.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. You need to mute that broadcast.
I've been following your broadcast.
Bless you, Baba. You need to go to another room so that we can hear ourselves.
I've been following you for so many years.
To me. You are not listening to me.
And I've always been on the line, but most times I don't have opportunity to talk.
Can you hear me? We are not going to enjoy this, okay? You need to mute that broadcast so that you and I can talk on the phone. I can hear myself on your TV.
I'm hearing you. I'm here.
I can hear myself on your TV. You need to mute it so that you and I can speak on the phone. We can talk on the phone, please.
Okay, is it clear now?
I think it is now. It's better.
Okay.
Yeah, I was hearing myself back, so it means you are in the same room. So go on, sir.
Okay. My brother, Nigeria has been a very serious issue.
It has been.
It's like a sick man suffering from a serious disease, you know. I have some few comments because you get people from the US more than people from Europe. All of us are Nigerians, you know.
It's about how, you know, the people have their tricks of calling in. And I just pick them randomly too. But you have your space now. Let's use it, okay? Yeah, let's start picking those points one by one now. Go on.
Okay. Mayego, my brother, you have been doing a great job. I admire you so much.
Thanks a lot.
From my own side here, I've also been doing my little bit, also sharing your message more than 2-3 years now.
God bless you, Mazi.
Yeah, I've been following you, sharing your message, only that it's difficult to get you on the line. So on this case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, my brother,
Yes, sir.
These people are actually, the Supreme Court in the last few months, you know what happened there? They messed up really bad.
I know.
So they cannot just simply leave Nnamdi Kanu because they know that the whole country is angry with them, you know. So in your own messages, you always, even before the Supreme Court judgment, you told people to lower their expectation. I started laughing. I said, this Mayego is something else. When you say lower your expectation, but today, your own expectation was like high. And it's me inside me saying, Mayego, lower your own expectation. I'm the one saying it when I was watching you.
I mean, see, you can't blame me, right? Because when it comes to this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, right, it sort of eats differently. You know, sometimes when you sit down and you feel like, what could go wrong? Like, we can see all the old shady criminal deals behind the scene, right? So what could really go wrong than for them to let him go? I mean, I betrayed my own advice. I couldn't help it because I wanted that man out.
It was just like when we were expecting the Supreme Court to do the right thing. It's just the same thing.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. It's like when we were expecting every Nigeria was hoping Nigeria is going to change tomorrow. Supreme Court to do the
and I was so clear
right
about that one, though, that I was telling everyone that don't believe it. But look at me, man. I kind of lose my guide, and it's for a good reason. And I really, really wanted to see him today.
I feel you. Everybody expect that they, for once, they could do the right thing.
But they choose not.
But they can never do the right thing. And one thing, let me not forget it is this. You know, I know that people are on the line to call.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Another thing there, and another thing is there sometimes is that like this issue of those people in abroad who understand nothing. There is one adage in my place. They say that, Arochukwu is the first place that Europeans touch their food before coming inside Nigeria, the rest of the Nigeria. So my people say that if you go to Arochukwu, you don't learn anything. You can never learn anything in your life again.
Say that in Igbo. Say
so
it in Igbo.
If you travel to
say that in Igbo. Say it.
Ogabura Baraka. Ogabura Baraka. That's Arochukwu when he motara.
That is, if you go to Arochukwu, you don't learn anything. Europe, you can never learn anything anywhere.
After traveling to Europe and you learn nothing, and you see nothing happening around here, you can never learn in your whole life.
Never learn anything.
Today we have lost our home. We have no home again. Everybody here, even in Europe, Asia, everybody wanted to go home. Everybody's downcast here. Everybody's tired here. But where is your home? You are not accepted here in Europe. You are not even accepted back home. So where is your home? You know that people are thinking of going to Gambia or other Africa to live after they leave Europe.
I've seen people relocating to Liberia instead of going back to either Nigeria or Ghana. People are relocating to Gambia with their money.
Yeah, yeah, because you have no place to call home.
Hi.
Yeah. You have no place to call home. If Nigeria has not happened to you, the last guy was saying Nigeria has not happened. If Nigeria has not happened to you, you not believe it. You know, last time you are talking about last 2 weeks, you're talking about a friend or last some days who was in the airport sleeping for some weeks.
Yeah.
Before somebody saw somebody. I was in the airport 3 hours before departure. They refused to board me in Nigerian airport. I missed my ticket. The ticket was cancelled. I have the paper with me. You know that I think the following day when I came back, they said that I didn't come to the office. Nobody directed me to the office. Wow. Nobody said here is the office. 2 hours. But in Basel here, could you believe that I was going to the airport? I took bus. I have only 20 minutes. When they saw me, I give my passport. You let me take telephone and call them, stop that flight. Somebody
because you could have even checked yourself in at home before you even go to the airport anyway. So that bag you are carrying, that one is just like saying, yeah, take my bag. Now I'm here. But
yeah,
man.
But in Nigeria,
was there almost 3 hours, 2 hours, 28 minutes or so.
And
that was how I lost my. This was 2 months ago with Lufthansa. Those women there.
Wow.
So if Nigeria has not happened to you, then I have to buy a new ticket. I have to buy a new. I have to spend 3-4 days again in Nigeria, buy a new ticket. So if you understand what this is, I don't blame them. Just like the guy there saying that he's 30 years. Somebody was saying that I'm 30 years, but he looked like 40 years.
Yeah.
Maybe he's 30 years, but Nigeria is destroying their citizens. They are killing the people.
And they are in their millions like that. See, that one is a Yoruba boy, right? See, if you go to up north, where opportunities are being denied them even more, people will understand the danger Nigeria is actually existing in. But a lot of people don't understand. They're just existing. They have no idea.
Yeah. Sometimes those of us here in abroad, sometimes those of us here in abroad, when we are talking, they will be thinking, come back to Nigeria there and face it. All of us, we pass through that school. And so when you come here, you have to be very strong to help your family, because without you, families are eating now because of you. If you send 100 francs, $100 there, they are eating because there's nothing in Nigeria. People who finish school for so many years have no job. So without those people you see here and abroad here now, we're not even enjoying as we're supposed to be enjoying, because the family depend on you. The people you are working with from all these
taxi. A lot of us, I did the program on that recently. You remember, where a lot of us have been, a lot of our people have been ruined, even abroad, because of this black tax, where we are carrying the heavy load of entire generation, entire family, entire this or that here and there. And all our works, all our everything goes into that. The more Nigeria goes bad, the higher the black tax that we are paying. I mean, everybody can attest to that. Now, how much you pay now? The money you are spending on your family members and everybody back at home, sir. Yeah, can you compare that to what you were spending 10 years ago?
No way.
It's far higher now. No,
it's far higher.
Meanwhile, you are not living in Nigeria. You are living abroad. But yet you are carrying higher bills as the country goes down. A lot of people don't think.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't think.
Yeah. Even we are supposed to enjoy our life. You know, as somebody who lives here now. But you cannot enjoy your life because you have people on the line.
When they work with, then they go holiday.
Exactly.
Where they collect more money than some of them. You know, if you even book small holiday for yourself to go and enjoy, because your money don't go into black taxes that you can't even tell anyone.
They are riding nice cars, living in big houses.
Nice cars,
you know?
Exactly. They are doing everything nice, but you the manager,
you get responsibilities. But when you go to holidays in Nigeria, it's not a holiday. It's you're going to stress. So when you go to Nigeria, it's not a holiday.
Mazi.
So we just hope
tonight.
We just hope Nigeria will do the right thing. But one thing, you have to keep up your job. You must not reply everybody.
I know.
Some people cannot do what we are doing, and they know they cannot be, but they feel jealous that this person is doing this. You have to understand that you are sending a great message out there to everybody. So don't allow them to distract you, because people are following you. Everybody, you are speaking the truth life in this moment of darkness.
Thank you.
They cannot cover nothing. You will still come out much stronger than before. That's what they didn't see.
I know.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
But I cannot take the whole time. Other people I know on the line.
Bless
I
you.
appreciate you.
I said it earlier. I said you and somebody else will be my last caller tonight, and you have actually made my night.
Thank you.
Mazi. But one thing you didn't do, right?
I also control the Facebook page Africans in Diaspora. I share your posts.
Oh, great! There.
I'm the one.
I was going to ask that. The only thing you didn't do was to tell me.
I'm the one.
Now,
I have the page. It's my page.
Africans in Diaspora. Yeah, I do. Thank you so much. Sir. Okay, and then you stay safe.
Thanks. Have a nice evening.
Yes, sir.
Good night.
Exactly. What is Odaro? God damn it! I know. I know. Okay, we'll come back to that sometimes later. My last caller is on the line. So here. Hello there.
I'm the last caller. Great.
Charm, is that you?
It's me. Thank you.
And you are my last caller tonight as well. It won't be your first time anyway. So yeah, you should know how the drill goes. Well. We are back again tonight, and I've just been told that I lost myself in expecting the Nigerian judiciary would do the right thing and release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I said, well, I just couldn't help it. I didn't know everybody noticed. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know that you noticed.
You know what?
I was so confident that it was coming out because I wanted him out, right? I didn't manage my expectation.
Listen, we can't. We want to be right all the time, but we can't be right all the time. And the thing is, you have to have hope, is it not? You know, sometimes you want to hope that in that zoo of a country, they can get. They said that there's a saying that goes, a broken clock gets it right once.
In fact, it's
forgotten
twice,
how we go.
AM and the PM. A broken clock gets it right.
Get it right once or twice in a day. So you're hoping that that this would be that
maybe
occasion.
This can
And
be the first one
unfortunately,
or the second. I know, but I was let down.
Unfortunately, that's not the case. There are days when I listen to your show and I say, I just want to listen. I just want to hear what's going on. And then you hear, you listen. And in fact, I actually saw this, this whole Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's judgment earlier on. And my heart was broken because I was like, is this fake news or is it real that they did not release this man?
Honestly.
I said, anyway, I'll wait for
Sham, take a look at this, right? I mean, I keep asking everyone in case if I'm the one who is having a problem right now, right? And I know I'm not, okay? Like the Supreme Court says, his arrest is illegal. The way it was carried out, they were wrong. Invasion of his house was wrong. That he ran away from those who came to kill him was right. And invasion of his house was wrong. The revocation of his bail was wrong. But the same Supreme Court says he should remain in detention. That doesn't make any sense. I keep saying that to myself again and again.
There's nothing, it doesn't make any sense. There's no way you want to slice and dice it, review it, and analyze it, that it will start to make any kind of sense. It makes no sense. One would have thought that ultimately the decision would be to let this man go and let the Nigerian government go.
If Nigeria has any case against him, they can go try it again. But he should go. You've done it wrong. Simple as
exactly. They should take it through the legal routes of prosecuting him if they have a case against him. But clearly based off of everything that we've heard, they have no case against this man. They have tried multiple times to pin something on him and it hasn't worked. He has gone to court multiple times and he has won all of those times, right? Now the thing is, a lot of the people who have called in have said the same thing. What are they afraid of that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to do? That thing that they are trying to stop him from doing is going to happen eventually. At some point, these Biafrans, my people will say enough is enough. Okay, Mazi Nnamdi, okay, hold him if you want to hold him. But we are going to say enough is enough at some point, And when you think about it, do we look at the previous caller, that people want to, and I can tell you with my whole heart, right? When people want to leave the West. That's just the truth. A lot of people want to go back, but there's no home to go back to. There's no structure.
I mean,
if you say, okay, you look at
Charm, that is already telling, right? Usually, okay, this is the moment people go back to Nigeria. A lot of people towards December. And when it comes to the Igbos,
go back to
in
Nigeria.
particular, oh my God, December.
We go home.
And it's not just that they are coming. They come with huge economy that they bring back. And this economy will last, not just in eastern part of Nigeria, for the rest of Nigeria, between December until late January. That is not happening in the last 5 years. It's been missing. And every year.
And the truth is that we don't know when it is going to, when things are going to revert back to the way it was. I don't know if that's going to happen, but what I do know is that people who desire to go home, even if we say, let's go back and retire into neighboring countries, right? We're still going to have the same. It's like kicking the can down the road. People are still going to say, oh, these people are too many in our country for some reason. And then you become a target once again. They'll remind you that this is not your country. So we need our own country. We need our own space where we can go back and nobody can tell us that, no, you're not from here, you have to go back, and things like that.
That's
right?
solid.
So
that's some solid point there, Charm. Honestly, I give it to you.
Retiring to any other country still doesn't solve our problem, right? And then this whole, how will I put it? Agitation against the Igbos, or I don't really understand
I call it a Cold War or the systemic profiling of the Igbos. They always deny it. Oh, trust me, they always deny it. Everyone will tell you.
They can deny it all day, but action speaks louder than words.
They are the victims and all of that. They need to build bridges. Charm. We are not too young. Listen to this. Those who have ruled Nigeria for 63 years. The northern Nigeria have ruled Nigeria for 47 years out of 63 years. Okay? So the Yorubas, the Ijaws, and what have you, they've ruled Nigeria for less than 20 years of this as well, right? Probably 17 years, okay? Now, out of the 47 years that the northern Nigeria ruled Nigeria, every bit of it, they destroyed Nigeria. They destroyed Nigeria's economy.
Yeah.
Now, Igbos haven't ruled Nigeria, nothing. The Fulanis and the Awusas and the Kanuris and the Gwaris and all of them who have had a shot at the Nigerian presidency, who destroyed Nigeria to what Nigeria is today, the Yorubas and others. People are not asking us to build bridges before we can lead Nigeria again. Now, people will never even touch presidents or touch anything or make any decision in Nigeria. They are telling them to build bridges. Igbos needs to build bridges. Igbos, Julius Baja. They don't want to build bridges.
I don't know whatever
they want to have their country. Champ.
The one of the reasons why I wanted to call him today was because, enlighten me in case I'm ignorant.
Okay.
Ohaneze, right? Are they only a group for trade? Is that all they do? Is that they are
Igbo socio-political group. Some people they mix them together.
Okay,
they are politicians.
very good. Okay, so socio-political. All right, very good. So now the point I'm trying to make is that Ohaneze, if anybody from Ohaneze is listening, you people, I don't know which Oha and which Eze you people are. You are Oha and something else, because I don't know what you people are. Because if you people were true leaders, if people were truly for your people, then you cannot let something like this slide. No. You have to have a say. This man is still an Igbo man. He's still a Biafran. So injustice to him is injustice to all of us. Especially in the point where they have no case against this man. That means that at any time, they can come and pick up any one of you, even though they have no case against you, and lock you up and throw away the key.
That's right.
Or make excuses and keep you there. So what are you people doing? What are you people saying, right? And I really, really, really want to put a spotlight on Ohaneze. Because if Ohaneze is doing what they're meant to do, then you cannot have people like Ojo Uzok, criminal in Imo State, Ojo Uzokalo, right?
No, that's hopeless.
No, sorry, hopeless.
Uzodima, the one you feel like. Anyway, go on.
You cannot have such a human being running around killing your fellow Igbo people just because he wants to maintain power.
People that they have
especially the young people that he has sent to their graves. So I don't understand all these so-called social-political groups. Are you a social-political group just for your pocket, or are you actually there to make a difference in the lives of the people that you claim that you lead? So this is, for me, this is the one thing that I thought about when this whole thing was happening. Who is speaking for, who is out there saying, okay, this thing should not happen? And my people in diaspora, I want to ask a question. How will a revolution by the diasporans look? Because it's also something, because I don't know if we can wait for our people in Nigeria. I don't know if it's going to happen. I believe somehow that it will happen, right? But I feel like we need to be agitating here as well. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I do. And when I say, because at one point in time I called before and I said, talking to the West. Talking to the West doesn't mean begging the West or asking them to come and intercede or interfere in our business, but shining the light on their own hypocrisy as well. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a British citizen. How many ways do you want to tell us that our British citizen is only in our pocket? That it doesn't extend
to remind all of us we don't get British passport, and those of us who are chasing the British passport. What is actually the usefulness? Is there any? Does that confer any special privilege on you at all? Would the British stand up for you? in any circumstances? The answer is no. The answer is no.
No, exactly.
So
and they have and they have shown us that. So we need to be calling them out on their own hypocrisy. Listen, I am ready to join any group that is serious, not the one that they don't know what they're doing. That I want people that are organized, right? People who know that they can target their message to the people who are there, like in the houses of commission and things like that. Where we can highlight and spotlight their hypocrisy. You guys talk about democracy and you sold us rubbish, and you're still interacting with the said illegitimate government, which was not democratically elected, right? So we need to be calling them out on their hypocrisy, on their lies, and reminding them that, okay, like for example, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is a so-called British citizen, and not one of you have deemed it fit to actually engage the president of said country, right? And ask, what about this my citizen? Because you claim he's your citizen. Is he not?
Well, it should be by all laws and everything in the UK chamber. We can see the political part of it. They said Nigeria is not turning up and they are not possibly making any real move anymore, unfortunately. Charm.
Well,
see,
not a lot to
and quickly.
Not a lot to add. Yeah, not a lot to add to what I was saying, but to anybody out there, if there's anyone who is serious about, please let us know. We're happy to join. We're happy to strategize and see how we can send our messages across, because I think I've had it up to here. I don't just even want only myself to go back to. I want my children and my children's children to have a home, because we don't have one at the moment.
Anyway, thank you. I mean, I do rush people when the time is like over the hour. Anyway, you should know that, okay? So thank you so much.
No worries.
Again, okay? We will see you again. I promise.
All right. Thank you very much. Good night.
Yes, ma'am. And good night, Charm. So that's our lady there who has wrapped it up all for us tonight. I want to say a big thank you to every one of you who spent your evening again with me, Mayego, and all our all our contributors, the callers, and those of you who took time and so busy in the comment section. I hope you had fun. You had fun, right? Director Scott, all of you now be like class captains on the Mayegun's Diary Politico, the Temple of Truth, the YouTube branch. Director Scott, your meter to everyone anyway. So thank you, okay, and to all my super chatters, all right, Chike and Co. Thank you, okay. I will see you some other time, but remember this before you go. If you haven't really liked the video, please do that before you go, and you can also subscribe to the channel. I have actually crossed 90,000 there today. We have, and which means we are now 9,900 and 971. 9,971 to 100,000 subscribers. We will get there. Trust me. Thank you for all of your support and everything. Okay. If you watch, if you joined us midway for this broadcast, right? You can watch it from the beginning. Skip the first 5-7 minutes. Okay. And for those, for those who are going to watch the replay tomorrow, remember that will be in the afternoon. But you can watch the premiere in the morning. So thank you and thank you. And good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà 1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà 1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà 1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà 1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary láyé bí nọ́mbà 1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, can he be number one?
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun diary, can he be number one?
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary, can he be number one?
Mayegun diary, diary politico.
Mayegun diary, can he be number one?
Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun diary, can he be number one?
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o, kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun diary, can he be number one?
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ o, làwa mọ̀ dódódódó.
Mayegun diary, can he be number one?
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Mayegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Mayegun ti dé.
gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ̀rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.